There we go. Oh, lovely people. Hello. Thanks for being here right on time, MacVag. Glad to check your stream from the beginning for once. Hell yeah, finally. It's because you hit that subscription button. And when you hit the subscription button, you get notifications. And then the notifications tell you to be here. So, appreciate it. What did I want to say? Oh, yes. Fixed a couple things on the back end. I do want to update the overlay. I didn't have time for that yet. But I did fix two other things. Number one, the chat finally works. Yesterday it was bugged out, so we fixed that. Second thing we fixed is the delay is like quite literally half a second. I figured out there was a setting in YouTube that I could change. Let me show you. For anyone who streams themselves, it's a very hard setting to find. Manage. It was very hard to find this setting because I thought it was like an OBS thing. So on OBS, I was fixing the delay, yada yada. It turns out... Alright, where's like the streamer... Come on, man. Where's like the streamer thing? This one. Control room. I never even opened this. Alright, so it turns out that down here, there's a button for stream latency. Right here. And I had no idea because I never look at this menu. Like, I don't even know how to access this menu, honestly. But for anyone who does want to stream, there's a button for this. So that's what was wrong. So actually, there's like no delay. Like, seriously, you type something, I'll see it live. You can test me. You can test me on that. Okay, so that's cool. We fixed that. You know, we're getting better at this. The other thing, for everyone tuning in early, I apologize because I'm going to have to run through this like 3 times at least this stream. Something. Boom. Something. I see it. I see it. I think I was a little slow because I was looking somewhere else. First up, so excited for Clash. It's a perfect blend of Commoner and Blitz. I can't wait to introduce new players with Clash decks. Thank you. No problem. And while I've only been brewing decks and haven't actually been able to play Clash yet, tonight is pretty fun because I've got some Magic the Gathering friends of my partners that she knows from work. She told them about me, and funny enough, they were waiting for someone to teach them Flesh and Blood. So, they're coming over tonight. 2 hardcore veteran Magic players. They're coming over tonight, and I'll be playing Clash with them. Not like they asked for Clash, but, you know, just to see if it's like that right way to sell them on the game. So that's pretty exciting. I haven't done my part converting Magic players, because that's not my background. But, you know, we're getting to it. I think this whole... Oh my god, guys. I don't know if you've seen this product. $1,000 MTG pack. So I'm not a Magic player, first of all. So don't listen to like my take on this truly, but this is a like outsider's take, right? I've heard about this product. Oh god, Force of Will. Why you gotta do this weird ass game? Alright, so there's this product for Magic the Gathering, right? Have some good precons for Clash to get ahead of the curve. Yeah, I can show some stuff that I'm building. I heard about this product, right? Which is all about, hey, Jack, my brother, how are you not subscribed yet? You're like one of my favorite people at events. You freaking serious? All right, whatever, man. There's this new MTG product, right? That is literally $1,000 for proxy cards. Now, the crazy thing about this, wait, I might have them over here. I used to order stuff from China for when I worked at the, I used to work for like this Lego reseller. And never mind, it's going to be too hard to find. But I used to work for this Lego reseller, and we would order some bulk stuff from China, right? Just to kind of fill out. It wasn't really to sell. It was just to like fill out some stock of like little bits of equipment or whatever that we were missing from our minifigs. Anyway, side story. One time when we ordered from these like Chinese resellers, who are definitely doing like some scummy things behind the scenes regardless in other games, right? We ordered from them, and they threw in for free a bunch of like other demo products that they wanted to sell us. Oh my god, Force Will. I can't show that on stream. Wait, let me type in like Chinese fakes. Chinese MTG fakes. Chinese MTG fakes. Anyway, one of the things that they sent us was a pack, like an entire pack. I wonder if I can find it. I actually have it. It's in a box next to me somewhere, but I don't want to dig for it. But anyway, they sent me a pack of pretty much every single power card in Magic to a pretty passable degree. I took them to my local game store, telling them they were fakes, and I was like, hey, you know, what do you think about these? And, you know, definitely they don't hold up to all of the tests, like if you shine the flashlight through the back of it or whatever. But they were really good to the point where I had a bunch of people interested in paying lots of money for them to put them in commander decks. Because if you like triple sleeved your commander deck, no one was going to tell that like your volcanic island was fake. And they were really good, and they were free. It was a pack of free magic cards with like the Power 9, all the islands, bunch of like weird other random expensive niche stuff like some Planeswalkers, Tarmogoyf, whatever. That I got sent for free from China, right? Now I don't know how much that would how much you can actually buy those for, but that's basically what the MTG pack is. You're paying $1,000. Oh, oops, MTG pack. You're paying $1,000 for fakes, which I mean, sure, they are like real MTG cards. They're stamped, but like they're fake to the degree that you can literally use any other proxy to the same effect, or you could just buy the Chinese ones that are actually like sleeve passable. I don't know, man. I'm not a Magic player. I just think this is crazy. Like, they're charging $1,000 for this when it costs them nothing to print. Whatever. That's my hot take. That's my hot take. Not a Magic player. Not a Magic player. It just seems nuts. It just seems nuts. Anyway, that's the big news in the card game world today. Ridiculous stuff, honestly. Ridiculous stuff. So, yeah, I'm kind of happy that Clash came out like coincided with the upset of some of these MTG players, because hey, you want a game that's alive and well, that has wonderful community members banding together to like really push for an improved new player experience, you got Clash. Okay. LSS shredded millions. They shredded cards they were never going to give away again. They shredded, I mean, I hope you're saying that making fun of the MTG players, because they definitely cried about that way too much. They're messing with some of the art too, cropping half the artist signatures off. They removed pool signatures from the BOP. Jesus, man, weird. Okay, look at this latency. All right. Hey, look, I saw your comment in like live time. Isn't this awesome? We fixed the latency. Wonderful, wonderful. All here for the chat experience. I think it's working. I feel like my mic is a little hot. What do you think? I might turn it down. Advanced audio properties. Where do I have it? Headset. I don't know. You tell me. Is it a little hot? It's bouncing up there. I'm gonna change it back down. I'd bumped it up a bit. We'll close it. Okay. All right. So in like personal flesh and blood news, cool things happened today. First and foremost, hey, you're already playing Clash at an Armory? That's fantastic. So in personal news, right? This video dropped today, which by the way, I have no idea why the ordering of these has messed up so much. You've got number 3, number 4, and then number 5, and then number 6, and then Clash. I mean, who knows? I can't tell you why it's doing that. But anyway, we did release the Clash video today, which I was pretty happy with. I really tried to put a lot into editing it because originally Sloop Dupe was part of the like debut tournament. He had to back out, but I couldn't like do a shitty job, you know, with Sloop Dupe in the mix. So I tried pretty hard on this. Like I synced everything up to the music, recorded this Lumina clip. I thought it was fun. But anyway, Clash is out. The rule set has been uploaded to the website Fabrary. It's so freaking well done. You've got the video embedded here. The rule doc looks beautiful. It's also set up here. Now, just to note, it's not like super set in stone. I mean, there were like 10 of us in the background trying to decide on the rule set for this, and we were happy with this iteration to go ahead and move forward with the tournament, right? However, that doesn't mean by the end of the tournament and with all the community input, we can't change things. We can definitely change things. But this is what we're launching with for the debut event. On the debut event, by the way, just to go over that real quick, it's an 8-man double elimination bracket with DM Armada, Team Covenant, Go Again Gaming, Hometown TCG, Pitch Perfect, Ethnic Smoke, Fresh and Buds, and then my friends at the Metrics metagame. So it's a mix of like big, medium, small. We're all going to be together playing in... Or actually, I'm not going to be playing. I'm going to be casting it. We're all going to, you know, join hands, try to make Clash look good, try to make it as fun as it can be in this 8-man double elim bracket. And then casting it will be myself and Chris Bewley. Chris Bewley, the guy who works at LSS. He is not affiliated with LSS for this project. This is a personal project that he joined me in because we're friends. So this doesn't mean it's officially endorsed by LSS, but they are excited about it as far as I know. So anyway, that's the Clash bit of news that came out today, which is pretty fun and exciting. The next bit of news to go over Because honestly, today's like a news day. Games are all right. What's up, David? Thanks for the sub. Who's playing Data Doll? I want someone to play Data Doll. You know those specializations are legal, and like hers is pretty nuts. Just saying. Just saying. Okay, so that was news piece number 1. News piece number 2. This is massive, folks. This is nutso. Nuts. All right, check this out. Huge reveal, honestly. In the background, ever since National season, there was a Flesh and Blood Invitational being put together, not by me. It was put together mostly by, I think, Ten and Grace and Flake and a couple other people, pretty sure. But a Flesh and Blood Invitational was being put together with, I think, 16 of like content creators, top players, all just people across the community that are definitely like recognized names, right? In the Goliath Gauntlet Flesh and Blood Invitational. I think it's genius. This is fantastic marketing, whoever figured this out. Now, the cool part about this tournament, it's going to launch next week, Monday. So this isn't like the official like announcement video. This is just me getting permission finally to talk about it because it's been in the works for a couple weeks, at least months now. I am in this event representing Levia, obviously. I'm not playing it, nothing else. Like, you bet your ass I'm playing Levia. I'm playing Levia, and on top of that, my round 1 opponent is Pablo Pintor. Probably like the best Flesh and Blood player in the world. I couldn't be happier. I'm very friendly with him. I really got along with him well every time we've met. Pretty stoked. I don't know what he's playing. He might be Viserai. He might be metaslaving a bit harder than that. Not sure. But I'm playing Levia. And we're recording our match on Friday. And then if they're going to use it for the actual like gameplay series starting next week, cool. If they don't, I'll at least record it, or I'll at least upload it on our channel though. So you'll be able to see me playing against Pablo Pintor in the Goliath Gauntlet Invitational. That's going to be nuts. Like, I'm pretty stoked. I'm pretty stoked for that. And if we win, sweet. I don't know. Really not expecting it, but Levi's pretty hot right now. Not going to lie. Anyway, that's news piece number 2. News piece number 3 is the Battle Hardened happening out in Columbus, Ohio. I believe it doesn't say the date on here. It's like end of October, right? I am a featured guest at that event, and I do have a giveaway for it that I need to schedule and give out to you all. So be on the lookout for that. I'm doing a video with Vasily tomorrow, so we'll probably do the giveaway as part of that video. But anyway, if you are even thinking about this event, please go ahead and commit. This event is going to be badass. It's $10,000 prize pool. It's also a Battle Hardened. It's also a cosplay competition. There's like a speakeasy involved, so you can drink and play Fab. It's going to be pretty cool. Anyway, and then last piece of news. Look at it. I built this whole little scrolling thing. We're going to have to go through this a couple times today because, as we get more viewers, I'll have to dip back into it. But for the people who are here first, you get the news with the most gusto, with the delivery, the most excitement. So the next bit of news is that I have officially partnered with SCGCon to stream every single SCGCon with not necessarily like exclusive rights to do so, but I do get to go to every SCGCon with full media permission to record every single Battle Hardened. That is so freaking cool. I'm so stoked for that. The couple of issues that have come up though is number 1, my shit's still missing. Thanks a lot, FedEx. The issue number 2 is it was a little bit too last minute for me to get to Dallas and start right away. So we're not starting like this weekend. We'll be starting at Philadelphia. So I'll be at the Philadelphia one streaming. The problem is I'm not sure if I really get to play. I need to like figure out where I can balance that. I definitely want to run the best stream you've ever seen for Flesh and Blood competitive play. So that's the priority, right? If that means I don't get to play, then so be it. So be it. At least we're bringing you the content. But anyway, pretty exciting stuff. So that's the newsreel. All pretty big things, honestly. I can't believe no one said anything about the Goliath Gauntlet. Come on, people. Come on, this is so freaking cool. Even look at that logo. I get to play against Pablo. That was a huge piece. Come on. Anyway, we'll be going over that stuff as the day progresses. I just want to get that out of the way. OMG, did you get your equipment back? Hell freaking no, I didn't. Hell freaking no, I didn't. It's awful. It is so bad. I mean, look, check this out. Check this out. This is the work in progress I have to do. Look, I've been getting all these emails about blah, blah, blah. We're sorry your bag's missing. Send us a claim, blah, blah, blah. I've now sent a claim to the airport, the airline, and FedEx. And all they do is try to blame the other person. So it's ridiculous. Like, it's actually ridiculous because the cost of this stuff is no joke. I mean, this is the cost we're looking at. And this was me forgetting a few items. Like, I forgot to tell them, like, a box of Uprising was in there. I didn't count, like, the sleeves that the decks were in. So this number should be higher. But anyway, man, it is so stupid. It is so stupid. Nothing I can really do about it unless they start jerking me around even more. Then it might be like lawyer time. I have no idea. It's actually infuriating, though. Infuriating. Random question. Any news on the availability of the League of Levia sleeves? All right. Well, this is something I've been trying to do for the past week now. I even overhauled the custom design here. You can see it. Oops. So I actually redid this design as well, just because it was like a little bit off, just because I didn't spend like that much time on it at first because it was like a personal project. But now we've actually tidied it up, and I do want to order these sleeves. I think they look freaking sharp. They're sharp. I won't call them like super artistically inclined or anything. They're just very sharp. Like in person, these things look so good. And these ones are updated as well. So let me find, like, you know, normally the ones I had looked like this. And you can see like the logo bled over, which was like a little bit not so clean. And then also I was missing the symbols on the interior. And I was missing the writing on like the bottom part. So I redid them, tracing over it in Illustrator, which is how I made this in the beginning. And I'm trying to order them, but look what happens when I try to order. When I try to order, I approve this design, it freezes. It will get stuck on this cart for days. I literally had it loading in this cart for like 3 days straight, and it never went through. I tried on a different computer, I tried clearing the cache, I tried incognito mode, and it's stuck. So I reached out to Dragon Shield support, and they haven't reached back out yet. So we are waiting. We are waiting for this to happen. The good news is they won't actually cost me this much. I have, now since Dragon Shield officially sponsors me, I do have a way to get the price down way lower. So I should be able to sell them for $20 a piece rather than $30, which is what I was doing before because I paid full price. That first batch I ordered, I paid $24.99 per, and then I sold them for $30 per. And then with like shipping and tax, like there was no profit on that. It was just a way to get the sleeves out to you all. So now with the new discount code, me selling them at 20 is way better for you all, and I do actually make some money off that. So I'm pretty excited once this actually freaking works. It just doesn't work right now. Anyway, that's all the news bits. Whoever has your bag also running the Cerberus for Dragon Shield. Dude, it is just a tough run of it for the League of Levia. There's so much love in the air from the Flesh and Blood community, but it seems like everyone else is out to freaking get me. You know, the worst part about it too is that it was a FedEx truck that crashed into me, that hit my hand. So I think I'm just like cursed. Like FedEx and me just do not jive. It's just, yeah, it's rough. Yeah, definitely lost that first round. Okay, hold up a second. All right, Pablo is an amazing player, right? He's an amazing player. But the deal with this Goliath Gauntlet Invitational event is that there is no actual prize pool. The prize pool got split just for being invited. So there's like an appearance fee. Just being invited means, okay, great, you're part of the money. Now go ahead and make it entertaining. Don't make it like a try-hard event. I'm sure it's still going to be a try-hard event because these players are insane. Funny enough, Isaac Crute, who's in this image, he's also in the event. Oh, first round of sleeves, brand investment. Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. So I'm interested to see like what decks people bring, because the incentive is not to actually win. The incentive is to just be like a good community member. So like, you know, I'm always going to play Levia in an event like that. I wonder what Pablo goes for. My heart says he won't play Viserai. He'll play a deck he finds more for fun. I mean, maybe he finds Viserai super fun, if that's your deal. But anyway, I can't wait to play him. It's going to be so much fun. It's going to be so much fun. I've played against some really good people on Talishar, but I don't think I've run into Pablo. At least I haven't noticed. Okay, so anyway, that's the news stuff for the day. Some people asked about Clash secrets, Clash deck building secrets. So all I can say so far on Clash is the decks I built to play tonight. I tried to take a bunch of different routes because the idea was to make this like pretty safe and introductory way to get my MTG friends into the game. So I built like a Bolton deck so they can get the feel of what just hard no block aggro feels like. Don't pay too much attention to every card choice in here. I picked some like spicy stuff so they could see more the depth of the game as well. Like, I don't think you ever run Talisman of Recompense, but it's a feel-good moment as a new player where it's like, now a red is a blue. You know, small things like that. But anyway, this is the Bolton deck that I've been toying with, that I have built for tonight. I can drop these links as we go along. I believe you'll beat Pablo, bro. I believe in you. I don't know. I'm very excited. I actually think it's kind of hard to just say I lose to Pablo. It's also hard to say I win. I just don't know. Levia is always that kind of hero, which is the exciting part. Then I have a Levia that I'm also going to play tonight. And I built Levia because I really love how cute we got with the rule set, where specializations are allowed, right? And specializations being allowed means Doomsday as a legendary is playable, which is like kind of cool, right? Like that incentivizes, oh, hold up, here's Levia who's a little underpowered in CC, but she's got this really cool card pool she can access in Clash that's going to make me want to experiment with her without committing a huge amount of money to her in CC because you don't have to buy Husk, and Doomsday is like a $30 legendary. I think it's pretty cool. So I also built this deck. The equipment suite is so nuts. I mean, Hooves, Bone Vizier, Barkbone, Goliath are freaking nuts. Like, I really think that's going to be a strong point in Levia in this format, is mostly this stuff. So anyway, this is the Levia that I built. I didn't build out the sideboards really because that wasn't the point of tonight. Tonight with my friends is just to kind of like test out the format. So there's like baby sideboards, but not much. One of the guys really likes board state. I asked him a little bit about what kind of playstyles they liked in Magic. And one of them was like, oh, I love, tokens and this, that, whatever. Black-white tokens was his main deck. So then I also put together a Dromai that he will be playing. Dromai actually is such a huge winner in Clash. I mean, the dragon, you don't get to run like the blowout dragons, right? But you do get to run the rare dragons, and milking value out of them is going to be awesome. What you lose though is just your inevitable wins with like burn them all. You do have to actually like construct a win con, which is either pitch stacking some like Miragai Chromai turn, you're saving your Asvalize for Arcane at the very end, like whatever it is. I think it's pretty cool. I made a Prism deck for Clash. Fabry says Genesis is legal. Ooh, Genesis should not be legal. Let me see. Genesis, Flesh and Blood. Is it a Prism spec? If it's a Prism spec, it's legal. No, it's not. Okay, yeah, so Genesis should not be legal. I'll let him know. And anyway, so I think I already linked that. And then the last one, because one of the players said that he was a blue player in Magic. Well, of course that means you got to build an Iyslander. And holy shit, Iyslander looks nuts. Like, this is basically Michael Hamilton's Nats list. Like, the equipment's different, but like, it's basically the Nats list. You don't have to change much. It's so crazy. Because like Frostex is an Iyslander spec. So you're losing like Insidious Chill for one. You're losing your Tunic, your Crown, or your Coronet rather. But like, this is an insanely good combo, really strong. Spellfire also like very good card. Like, I think Iyslander is definitely going to be a strong deck in this format. So that's pretty exciting. Like, I really think Clash is very interesting. It's very interesting because even with an Iyslander deck like this, you can take it more of the Arcane route. You don't have to build it the way Michael did. It's just kind of amazing that Michael's version does work in this. It's very cool. Genesis should be banned. Well, Genesis is not legal. Yeah, Genesis would not be a legal card because it's not a Prism spec. So that means it's an M that shouldn't be allowed. Let me double check actually. Maybe you're just getting a bug there. Oops, February. If it really allows it, then I'll let Phil know. Okay, can I not type anything? February. There we go. Dex, create. Look how wonderful this is. Clash. Oh my god, it's like it's a real thing already. Prism. Also, Shiana's nuts. I really want someone to build like a busted Shiana deck. I think that'd be so fun because the specs are allowed. Genesis. Oh, all right, that's not allowed. I'll let him know. Clash at Phil. Genesis is popping up as legal in Prism. Clash. All right. Anyway, that's out of the way. Thank you for letting me know. Okay, cool. So there actually is a way to play Clash on Talishar because there are no card caps in Blitz. So if I like just enter a Blitz list that goes over the amount, it will still let me play it. So if you set up lobbies and just like, you know, in the game name say like Clash only please, like you can actually find Clash games technically right now. We were doing that before in some of the testing. What do you mean unique? Specialization cards. Yeah. So let me show you the idea behind Clash here. Look at that. It's even on the top bar. I love you, February. So the deal with Clash is in deck construction, right? You get 60 cards plus your hero card. 2 ofs are allowed in the deck. The hero, weapon, mentor, and hero specs may be any rarity, but equipment and cards in deck must be rares and commons. So Genesis, as an example, is a Majestic that is not a hero spec, and obviously not mentor, weapon, hero. So you just wouldn't be able to run it in Clash. This is my little demo. You see, Bolton, Raiden, Lumina, Minerva, all good. Beacon, Courage, no. That's the quick peek. Anyway, pretty stoked. I really think it's going to be a fun way to play the game. It's thematically all about young heroes, like a young hero on his way to the legendary power that he reaches at adulthood, but he's just not there yet. Right? That just makes sense. You're a young hero. Buy into the young theme. I think it's sweet. So shout out to Team Covenant for even like starting this idea, because I wouldn't have done it if they didn't basically complain so much. Yes, you can run Doomsday. So the only 3 kind of weird exceptions. No, there's no rule on the specs beyond that, because the easy way to make the rule set is basically by building it this way. You don't really say anything about the rarity. You don't say anything about the counts. It's just very easy to access. Look, hero, weapon, mentors, hero specs, play 'em. Everything else, common rares. If you said hero, weapons, mentors, hero specs can only be like M's or below, then it adds one more layer of difficulty in people adopting it. And the one thing that it would affect would be like the shadow heroes. All 3 of them actually. Viserai has Shard, Chain has Eclipse, and Levia has Doomsday. So there are 3 cards that get around this. There may be more in the future, but I think for now, like those are safe to let go. To do Arc Knight, Cross Strap is legal. Stubby hammers. Yeah. Okay. So here's the other thing. We didn't want to go ahead with just calling things broken before they actually get a shot to be played. Because it'd be easy to say, okay, let's just like merge Commoner and Blitz ban list. The thing about that though is Blitz and Commoner really do operate on different axes. So if we're going for like a powerful format that is just not as powerful as Blitz or CC, then, you know, some good cards can still exist. And on top of that, because there's a bit of a sideboard, you can call like, oh, it's Dash. He's going to be full aggro. I'm going to side in my defense reactions and try to just fatigue out his pressure. You know, like there are ways you can call their strat and try to match it better than in Blitz. So no, it's not that there's no ban list. It's right now the Commoner ban list plus Drone and Duskblade, because those ones are definitely problem cards. After the debut event, we'll go ahead and give a pass on like what worked and what didn't, and then probably retune the rules. Like, for example, the ban list is most likely going to change. The 60 cards might not be the right amount. Maybe that's too much. Maybe it's better at like 55, you know, whatever. And maybe majestic equipment should be allowed. Maybe no legendary hero specs. Like, you know, there's things to retool. But for now, this is what we agreed upon to launch with. And after the event that we put on after Worlds, that will probably give us enough games played by enough high-level players that we can, you know, get all these minds back together again and fix some stuff. So anyway, that's the behind the scenes on what went into this. Apart from the people on this screen, the other people to chat out would be Sloop Dupe, he helped, and then Phil from Fabry, they also helped. So there was like 11 of us behind the scenes on this. Cool. Okay, that's going to be it for the morning announcements. Feel like we're back in middle school. I actually like kind of wanted to avoid playing Levia today, not gonna lie. We play a lot of Levia on this stream, and the one thing that I don't want to happen is to kind of just be a Levia stream. It's more interesting to play other decks. The problem just becomes I'm so bad at other decks that it's harder to follow the chat when I play them. So we've been trying to play some Iyslander. Iyslander is definitely a tricky one. We've been playing some Rhinar. We played a lot of Fi, obviously. But I think Dromai is probably the next deck that I want to start looking at. And me personally, I don't have my Dromai deck anymore. I took it apart because it was not that good. So we might just start with someone else's build and play some games from there. Deck link. We're probably going to lose these games as well. I'm not an all-star player on most other decks, not going to lie. Play Clash? We can play Clash. The thing about playing Clash is someone has to specifically join the lobby, but we can do that. Like I can make it like a I can host it in Blitz so that young heroes are allowed. All right, let's actually try that. Maybe it works. So we can go to my decks. I would like to go ahead. I'll try the Iyslander. We'll copy. We'll start a Blitz game. And say Clash, please. Okay, yeah. Okay, so check out how cool this is. Check out how cool this is. You can load in a Clash game in Blitz. It lets you go over the 40. It does support it, which is cool because like this isn't a normal functionality, but it does recognize. It does recognize whether you're in Clash or not. Oh shoot, this deck is like actually not truly built. I don't have like any of the sideboard stuff in it. Oh well. It's an experiment. It's an experiment. So we'll try Clash. We'll try a Clash game. Someone join. Levi question, of course. Thoughts on adding Unworldly to the Vasily-based variant deck? I love the card so much and enables more Graveling utility. Wasn't sure what to take out. Well, okay. Here's the thing about the Vasily build versus what I've been playing recently that I can give more advice on. I pulled this up yesterday. Let me find it again. Muskegon. Yeah. Okay, so check this out. Now, as cool as the Vasily build is, just by the way, you can see it right here. I did play a full aggro Levia for a long time because it was your only shot at trying to outrace Chain. Now, granted, it didn't play Rouse. Rouse is definitely like a new card for this kind of build. But I played a full aggro Levia for a long-ass time. The issue was it didn't beat Chain enough. You could beat Chain, but it didn't beat Chain enough. The beauty of going back to the new aggro build is there's no more Chain. So you actually just like don't have to worry that much about the fact that most of your in-between turns are like 12 damage. Like 12 damage is good, right? But it wasn't good enough against Chain because he also dealt 12, 12, 12, and then would hit his Soul Shackles and deal like 16, 20, 24. And you couldn't match those spikes consistently. So the new Vasily build, really all you care about is deal 12 a turn. Deal 12 a turn, deal 12 a turn. If you can do that every turn, you're actually quite a consistent aggro deck right now, because not many other aggro is spiking more than how you do. Because like your spike turns with Blood Rush, with Art of War, with like your crazy Wild Rides, discard Beast Within, fit in, claw, whatever, those turns are really good. And then your in-between turns are 12, and that's just a great trade pattern for an aggro deck. Like, it's just quite good. And then you have Husk to bounce it out. So you want to just build this kind of deck to deal 12 a turn. That's what it should be built for consistently. Oh, sorry. Hi. Is this Clash, though? So the thing about, like, Unworldly Bellow is Unworldly Bellow doesn't actually fit the deal 12 a turn, other than if you pair it with, like the Swing Big, for example. Because when you add Unworldly Bellow, it's going to affect the other enabler cards like Wild Ride and Pulping. It makes those cards less consistent to hit, so you want to play it on... Is this Clash, though? It's Suicide. Okay, I don't know exactly what this person is saying. Is it Suicide for me or them? I have no idea. Probably Suicide for me. Probably Suicide for me. So Unworldly Bellow is a great card, but I would run it in more of like the mid-range Levia list, because the mid-range Levia is playing for more blocks, so your graveyard can afford these heavier banish turns if you go like Unworldly into Hungering or try to close with like Unworldly Writhing. You have blocked a lot more with this kind of build, so your graveyard can facilitate those banishes, and there's more innate synergy in Unworldly Bellow with Deep-Rooted Evil and Howl, because that cost curve of off 3 cards, Unworldly, Howl, Deep-Rooted for 13 damage is like really, really nuts. But once you start adding these cards, the other enablers of your 12 damage turns like Wild Ride and Pulping get way worse. So it's just a different build that really works well with Unworldly. Personally. Because like the small hand combo of Unworldly plus Swing Big is insane. 3-card hand for 12. Just nuts. So you can add this to the Viserai build, get greedy with it, but this will probably screw you more times than it helps you, because the draw discards will just be heavily affected. You're adding another red when that build actually tries quite a bit to stay away from reds. Do the additional 3 yellow Graveling Growl feel like a lot with fewer banishes than Recursion? No. One of the things they do beautifully... Alright, hold on a second. I think this is probably pretty good. We seem to have a decent turn here, because we just play out this, and then we can play out this, and we can put Aether Icevein in Arsenal. That seems pretty good. No, because one of the things that the yellow Gravelings do really well in this build is when you're pitching, because some decks will try to just block you out till second cycle. One of the best things you can pitch next to each other is a blue Graveling, a blue Dread Screamer plus a yellow Graveling, because that in late game... How does he have Mask Momentum? Oh, what the hell, bro? It's not Clash. This isn't Clash. LOL. Wait a second. This is not Clash. I'm not going to play this. Sorry. We're going to go to homepage. Yeah, well, that wasn't Clash. What the hell, man? I literally said Clash only. Clash only, please. Thank you. Thank you for pointing that out. Here we go. Someone with a Clash deck, join this, please. Thank you. Okay, yes. So yellow Graveling in this build is something you actually pitch quite a bit. Like, yellows pay for a lot with this build, because you're trying to full keep your hands. And when you do that, the yellows actually play in really well to like a full keep Blood Rush hand, where you don't have to go for blue Boneyard. You can now go like yellow start into drawing like a yellow blue and go into paying for the claw with the blue. The yellow pays for the attack now. Anything that's a 2 cost. Or like when you have the Pulping Wild Rides, if you keep a full card hand, a yellow starts with the pitch here, and then if you draw another yellow, that's like another claw. Or it's another like Swing Big to end the turn, or Wild Ride or whatever. So yellows are actually quite good for the cost curve of this deck. And when you pitch them in, the Graveling specifically next to the Blue Dread Screamer, that is all of a sudden a 10 damage 3-card hand late game that has a breakpoint in the 4 and fills your graveyard +2. So because you're pitching in the yellows a lot, the Graveling's actually really nice. It's such a sweet curve next to the Dread Screamer. Plus, this build also can play it out really easily. First cycle off the back of even like, obviously, Red Dread Screamer, the Pulping Wild Ride if they discard the Beast Within or the Mark the Beast, or if you banish with Art of War, Graveling's just a super cost-efficient card to play. Because that's one of the things you can try to do. It's why the Savage Feast is in the deck, is if you start with a blue, unlike the Pulping or Wild Ride, then you do have one floating, and if you want to be super cost-efficient about it, and maybe like reset a card for Arsenal instead of swinging with a Claw, then you want a 1 cost to follow it. And the 1 cost, like Graveling, are playable after Beast Within or Mark the Beast discard. Savage Feast is playable regardless, as long as you have the card in hand. You'll discard, reset Arsenal anyway. So, like, the 1 is actually just super... It's such a nice spot for the deck. Like, it's crazy. We get to run all these 1 costs. And these ones even are amazing for the second cycle. So, yeah, pretty good card. Pretty good card. I'm guessing this man doesn't know what Clash is. Yeah, I have no idea. I asked him like twice if it was Clash, and he kind of just talked around it. So I don't know. Yeah, I really do love Unworldlies though. Unworldlies for me, it's a card that for my calling deck, which by the way, there is nothing wrong with playing mid-range Recursion Levia. I think this deck is nuts right now. This deck is so strong. Like at the calling, I really had only easy games and then like, you know, 2 true losses. 2 true losses. Even the games I lost to Blood Debt were easy games until it was like, oh, well, I got unlucky. And that's whatever. You just take those. But out of 12 games, to have only like 2 hard games is pretty nuts. I just haven't been playing this list because me personally, I've been grinding this thing forever. And the Viserai list is like a nice refreshing spin on Levia because it's a way I haven't played the deck in a long time. I've been playing mid-range Levia so much. But truly, like, there's nothing wrong with this list. I think it's insanely well positioned. And in this, I almost did run full 9 Unworldlies. Yeah, let's get you out of here, chat 69. All right, I thought all these people are saying, let's play Clash, let's play Clash. Well, where are you? Where are you, dude? No, so super rares, the rule set on Clash is hero specs, hero specializations, weapons, mentors, and the hero themselves can be any rarity. So that includes Majestics, super rares, even legendary for Levia, or fabled for freaking Viserai. It's just the easy way to say it. It's the easy way to say it. Rather than giving a limitation and then capping it on Majestic to begin with, like, it's just the easy way to say it. All rarities are allowed in those card types. Yeah, so exactly, Edos. So this version of Levia is the one that I think is closer to being absolutely busted open by actual Shadow support. Like the Viserai build gets 10 times better with just a blue 6. It's an easy ask. It's an easy ask to just say, give us a blue 6, and that kind of deck is just better. This kind of deck is the one it's way harder to kind of ask for help with, because it is such a delicate balance of like actually being borderline insanely busted. Like Recursion is just gross. It's such an amazing mechanic. The Howl from Beyond's the deep-rooted. They play so beautifully into that. This is the deck where that card... Let me find it. This is the kind of deck where that card that I theory crafted on Twitter would be absolutely nuts for. Let me scroll through. Oh, look, all the FedEx drama. Oh, lovely. Where is it? Where are you at? Withering Dread. This deck is the kind of deck that would get absolutely busted with a card like this. A 1-cost Recursion playable would make this kind of deck sing like you wouldn't believe. Because as of now, like, it is a hard way to play Levia. It is difficult to build up a Recursion engine while playing a strong early game, while transitioning into your Recursion pieces to really take away the game, while, you know, maintaining Blood Debt and your graveyard and your arsenal play. Like, this deck is more stressful. It is a way more stressful way to play Levia, but it's also the version that is 1 card away from being actually oppressive. Because it's fun. It's fun and it's playable, but it's not the easy way to play Levia right now. I would say the easy way and the very effective way is just full aggro. Definitely this. Definitely this. Okay, where are you, Clash people? Oh, hi. Hi. Clash? Alright, unfortunately, this is probably like a very bad matchup. I assume Bravo can probably pretty safely just take full AB and Sledge. And I probably don't win that. I probably don't win that. I didn't build like a real sideboard to try to beat that. This deck is only what I'm playing tonight with my friends. Do you really like the Viserai? Oh, that's the same comment. All right, look, here's the problem. I want to jump into games and no one's joining for Clash. No one's joining for Clash. So yeah, that's why I think unfortunately we'll have to just let Clash be for now. Clash only, please. Is this my own game? Wait, yeah, okay, we've bugged it out. I joined my own game. Well, that doesn't work. That doesn't work. Okay, let's go back to FabDB, pull up that Dromai deck. It says anti-fi Dromai. I'm down. I believe in the anti-fi Dromai. CC. I'll play. Start it again. Oh my god. Oh, yeah. Okay. Fabrary. Mine. Iyslander. This. Paste. Blitz. Clash. Please. Create. Alright. Let's see if Raven Shadow. Ravens will play. Okay, sweet. Let's do it. Load in one. Load in one. This combo. Okay, so wait, it is the Bravo? Hi. Clash? Clash? Okay, was the Bravo you, Raven Shadow, or is this someone else? Because I still think this is probably an awful matchup. This is probably really bad with without having a real sideboard for it. I'm terrified now. I'm absolutely terrified. But we'll see what happens, I guess. Like in this matchup, I should have probably the ways to go taller, right? Wouldn't that be relevant? Because I can't really do the Insidious Lock. But maybe I would add in like the Sigil of Permafrost, the defense reaction, and go that route in this matchup. That's probably like what a real sideboard would do, but I just don't have one built for this. So we'll try it this way. Oh, nice. We did start with a Frost Hex. That can only feel good, right? That can only be good for us. I guess we'll just try to Waning Moon literally every second we can. Well, we'll definitely pitch the Ice Eternal for now. In terms of what we want in Arsenal, Winter's Bite is not likely to do much, but it would give a Frostbite to try to start pinging damage early. Yeah, this is exactly why I'm going to lose this matchup, though, is I didn't put anything in to beat Null Rune 4, because the decks that I built for tonight don't run Null Rune 4. Alright, yeah, I think we'll do this, though. Go ahead, take a card. Alright, the good news is he can only block Null Rune 4, so he didn't go Null Rune 5 with Titan's Fist plus Lantern. So, we will deal 1 damage sometimes. Do you have a business email address? Not specifically, I guess. You can just DM me on Twitter. You can DM me on Twitter. And if you don't have a Twitter, then you can DM me on Discord. Oh, we can play the Lexi matchup, Jonathan. That sounds fun. Oh, Lord. Oh, man. See, look at this. Thump is such a good card. Thump Pummel. That's still, like, totally a play line in this format. It's so cool. The good news is we can Winter's Bite right now to tax away that Pummel. So I definitely think that's worth it. Just in case it was a Pummel. No idea if it is. No idea if it is. But we'll go ahead and just make sure that can't happen. And then we'll just block. Have Twitter, we'll DM. Sweet. Okay, so he can't pummel anymore. He's also not going to take that damage, so that'll just be an Arsenal card. So I guess we can just sink the Ice Eternal, play out our Amulet, play out our Energy Potion, and Arsenal the next card. Seems pretty okay. We'll do that. I don't want to block with the Ice Eternal, is the other issue. Red Aether Ice Vein. Okay, that's not awful either. We can definitely throw that at him. We can definitely throw that his way. We're going to lose our E-Pot setup, though, if we play it out right now. So we could just Arsenal the Aether Ice Vein, because how much disruption on his turn is really relevant? Probably not that much. So I think I'm more happy to do this. I think that feels a bit better on my end. This is rough, though. So we'll be losing a good red no matter what line we take. I mean, it's definitely blocked with the red Aether, unfortunately. The Sandment combo. Oh, Ados. Oh, because that's his name. Yeah, I was wondering what that was. I thought you were like trying to fit a trademark in there or something. I got too many names to trademark, you know? Brandsant, Mansalt. There's a lot. Okay. If Crush the Weak deals 4 or more damage to a hero, they can't play attack. Okay, that's not the biggest deal. But if he crushes it, obviously we're hurt. We are definitely hurt if or pummels it rather, if he pummels it. I'm sure this deck is 9 pummels, or 8 pummels rather, or 6 pummels, Jesus. I'm sure it is 6 pummels. I'm sure it is, I'm sure it is. Oof. Oh man, like what else is he doing with that hand? It's definitely a pummel. Oh god, but throwing these for block is so bad. They're so low value. I mean, we can just give him the whole thing, and then we lose two good reds on this. Is this post riders? No. Yeah, this is some clash right now. Oh my god, it is so obviously a pummel. If we go this way, we protect the red, but then he just does it again next turn is the issue. We'd lose 2 reds. But our life is like so low. It's we do need to play around that kind of stuff. This is a low life format. We're young heroes after all. We are young heroes. I'll let it happen. Oh man, where were you last turn? Would have freaking loved you. Online I'm Thelian. Yeah, we played yesterday. That was a fun one. Did you go back and watch that game, by the way? That was hilarious. Like, honestly, if we just track the ups and downs that happened that game, oh my lord. That was nuts. Okay. So going in for 9. If he pummels now, he loses the arsenal, so we don't hate it if he pummels now. Interesting. You can even Spellfire Cloak to make Brothers in Arms a 4, like, right away. Not saying that's what we do, but we could. It could also be a Brothers in Arms Ironhide E-Pot pay for him, sink below turn. That would play around the pummel. Because that... Oh, no, it doesn't, sorry. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, so that wouldn't even play around the blue pummel. Man, it's rough. It's rough when you just don't know if it's coming or not, but you assume things. I mean, obviously, we want to keep these cards. This is how we loop it. Oh, it's rough. It's rough, it's rough. I think we can afford to do this. E-Pot, if it is a pummel, then maybe we just take it, discard sink, and still have our turn. If it's not, then we can just sink, but he'll show us first. We'll crack this. Pay 1. Pay 1. Alright, we'll see. Cross-trap is blinded blitz. Okay, yeah, you can do it in... Alright, so it wasn't. Interesting, so it wasn't a pummel. Unless he's holding it. That'd be absolutely nuts. But we should be safe to sink here. Man, if he actually has pummel, oh my god, the punish. Alright, he didn't. Nice. We played that. We hedged our bets, but we left lines open no matter what. Sure. Throw this at him. Oh, shoot. Wait a second. I should have done this, right? Because that would have taken away his arsenal here. I'm not convinced that's a super relevant arsenal, but just knowing that it lines up on our last... Sorry. We are going to do this. I'm going to destroy that. Then I'm going to destroy this. I mean, might as well. This is our last 5 attack red, because we did have to block with the other one. So it will hit this card. Might as well do it. All right, what did we hit? Was that a match? Yeah, it was a blue match. Okay, not the most relevant. I really don't see how we win this game though through AB4. I'm really not built for it. I should have put the Timekeeper's Whim. So actually, that's the thing. Like we could run, because there's a sideboard. We could run the double Timekeeper's Whim combo, which would that actually do anything? Kind of. It would let us do 6 damage turns continuously for the rest of the game. But then he could also just throw these in. Huh. Alright, finding this is good though. Shoot. It's 6. It is 6 damage. I probably should have actually paid for the Cold Snap just to cycle Waning Moon. Because now we're taking a little bit too much damage. I don't... Yeah, this was definitely wrong. This is definitely wrong. Oh well, it's fine. It is fine. Okay. Yeah, we should have just played the Cold Snap out. I waited on that. Oops, no, that's the wrong thing. Doesn't have go again. We're gonna Scar for Scar first. Spicy. Hey, not my build anymore. We're all just Michael Hamilton simps these days. Banned cards aren't allowed in Commoner? Is that what are you running into? Because there shouldn't... It does follow the Commoner ban list. So anything banned in Commoner should be gone. Like Belittle. And Belittle and what's the other one? Ball Lightning. No, you're not... You can't play the Ball Lightnings. Ball Lightnings are banned. Clash follows the Commoner ban list plus Drone and Duskblade right now. Right now. Yeah, man. You think we're trying to play in another Ball Lightning format? Hell no. Hell no. Okay. We do need to look to cycle this through, because this in Arsenal, after he spends his action point, is pretty massive. I think we are safe to, in that case, go ahead and do this. See what the Cold Snap draws us. Definitely won't be relevant on... oh, God, that's rough. I don't want both of these in hand. I don't. I do not. Did he only put... Okay, so I don't actually want to swing Moon yet, because I don't want to give him the ability to make a Nothos bigger. So we will wait on that. Yeah, we'll wait on that. So all I'm going to do here is block and then pay for it that way. I guess I could also... I could throw in the Aether Hail. No, I don't... I could block with the Aether Hail to really play around his own pummel. Because on our turn, all we want to do is Arsenal this. So I'm going to be pitching in Arctic for the Waning Moon anyway. Yeah, it's a little bit of a wasteful block, but I do not want both of these in hand. Yeah, we'll pay. This incentivizes him to not use a pummel. Even if he uses a red, it's only going to leak 3, which, I mean, I'm fine with that, if that's what he decides to do. Okay. End of turn, we'll go ahead and get this out. Smack him for 3. You should make the Clash games in the Commoner queue? Okay. Sweet. See, we learn. Thank you. Now we know. Ooh, and he heaves a Thunderquake. Sheesh. Well, we're in for some pain next turn. Oh, no. Undo. Oh, wait a second. Was it worth it for me to hold the Arctic to actually play it out to tax him? Probably not. He's got all the seismics. Yeah, it wasn't worth it. Arsenal. Rough. This is not a super defensive hand. I mean, it's fine enough in that we can block 6, but I mean, that's coming in for 10. Sheesh. I'm surprised life is so close. I dig it. What a well-balanced format so far. Interesting. Interesting. Does it have Dominate? It does not. He didn't pay for the Dominate either, so. I guess it kind of depends. If we Arctic right now, it's gonna maybe interact with his ability to pummel. Maybe. If we hold the Arctic, it'll deal basically 4 damage because his action point is gone. I think in this point in the game, we actually care about the interruption of his resources a bit more than the damage. That's tough. This is pretty tough, actually. Where do you balance these things? Our turn is definitely Scar, Arsenal, Polar Blast, which is a pretty aggressive turn, so maybe we do hold this. Maybe we do hold this. I think I'm fine using it for damage. Yeah, if he pummels, which is like extremely likely, then we'll unfortunately, I think, just get rid of the Scar. Where's the pummel? Oh, he didn't pummel. This is crazy. Wow. All right, I really thought he was going to spend his resources that way. So this won't actually land damage-wise now, because he'll definitely pitch into the Frostbites, which is a little unfortunate. But I'm still happy we didn't get pummeled there, so I guess we'll just take it. We'll let that happen. Yep. All right. Well, we attack with Scar. And we Arsenal Polar Blast. Losing the Wounded Blow and the Aether on the same turn, really rough. We need our red threats to land in this matchup 1000%. 1000%. Oh, he blocks the Crippling. How cool is it? You can run Crippling in this format. How cool. That's so sick. Arsenal, Polar Blast. Oh, God. Now we draw both of these back to back. That's not the clumping we want, deck. That's not the clumping we want. Emeritus Scolding. This is actually quite a good card next to Spellfire Cloak. That's kind of cool. Once again, we should be free to play this out here. But we're not going to Waning is the difference. We don't want a Waning yet. Oh my God, come on, game. Not like this. What is this? I mean, we can at least gain 2, but we're losing such aggressive threat. I mean, at least we heal there, and we don't leak damage otherwise. That's fine. I can't believe the amount of reds we're losing, though. Rough, rough, rough. I keep thinking he has pummel. We haven't even seen one. Oh, BRB. All good. All good. All right, our opponent is taking a pee break. Wow. I'm actually already very much enjoying the card pool that we have. It's very interesting because it so clearly puts your power cards into how your opponent or how your hero is thematically played. Like, my big card in this matchup is Frostex, which is great. I mean, that's a card that Iyslander plays for anyway, but like, that feels awesome. That just like, it's a very cool feeling. Like, my power cards definitely are smaller. Like the Winter's Bite, the Arctic, they're nowhere near Hypothermia, Blizzard, but they're still significant interruption, and we're still, you know, playing with Oh wait, this is funny. Aether Ice Vein is a rare. It's marked as a common with this digital art. This is a rare, right? I mean, regardless if it was a common, it's still playable here, but I'm like very convinced this is a rare. That can't be right. Aether Ice Vein, Flesh and Blood. No way! It's a common? Wait, that's some BS. No way that's a common. All the drafts I've ever done. Whoa, that's nuts. Alright, he does pummel here. Nothing we can do about it. We do take this damage. The good news is it means our waning wound damage will land. We're taking a lot though. Like, there's no joke. We are taking a lot. We are taking a lot. Sheesh. This is getting tight, folks, but the game is real. The game is real. It's kind of cool. We at least come in here for 8. 8 is a big number. It is a big number. One of the strongest commons ever. Yeah, well, I thought like Boneyard Marauder was busted as a common. Dread Screamer busted as a common, but which they are. But the shell around Levia is not busted. The shell around Iyslander, pretty busted to see these at common. That's crazy. That's crazy. Sheesh is right, Ryan. Just came in, you're playing Clash? Yeah, I was going to play some Dromai CC, but the people have spoken, and they wanted to see some Clash games, which, hey, that's all fine with me. I'm going to be playing a long night of Clash tonight. I've got some friends coming over who have never played Flesh and Blood, and they want to get a taste. They want to get a taste of Fab from Magic, is their background. So, I built these 4 decks in person, a Bolton, an Iyslander, a Dromai, and Levia. And I'm just giving them a go. Oh my god, he went to 1. Oh my god. Ooh, man, crazy. We have 2 non-blocks, so I think we die. Man, that's unfortunate. Hold up a second. Why'd I have to draw these right now? This was about to be like a real game. Damn, dude. That's so a pummel. That's such a pummel. Alright, GG's. GG's. This was fun. GG's. 2 non-blocks. Great game, though. This is fun. This is very fun. I'm very impressed. I'm very impressed. This is a great first run. Sweet, man. Good job. That was a really... I really enjoyed that. Really enjoyed that. Okay. That said, though, I did want to play some Dromai CC today. So I will... Now that we got a Clash game on the books, I do want to go ahead and give Dromai a go. Because I'm going to be playing Dromai in Clash tonight, and I just want a refresher course, and we might as well make it a CC game, because that's what catches the most people. Most people enjoy the CC games. Alright, once again, though, not my list. We just took this from the internet because I'm not a Dromai player. I don't know how good it is. It claims to be... Excuse me. It claims to be an anti-Fi Dromai deck, which, with the way it's mainboarded now, I don't quite see it. I'm sure you can like board in the Erase Face and the That All You Gots and the other This Round's on Me. Will that make it a good matchup? Probably not, but one may be hopeful. One may be hopeful, for sure. How'd you guys like that Clash game? That was pretty cool. Like honestly, that was a very cool game. I enjoyed it. For a matchup that I thought was going to be just a complete stomp, like, how do I touch AB4 Bravo? I think the answer would be, right? Like, if I'm really building this deck, Sigil of... If I'm really building this deck with a proper sideboard to start beating these other strategies, cards like these become so much stronger. Like the extra Frostbite generation after he's spent his action point, definitely good. Even like a Sigil of Solace, if I'm just trying to survive for a cycle to set up the Frost decks, super strong. Hi. So I didn't have a real sideboard built for this deck because it's just what I'm playing tonight, but man, that's cool. I like that. All right, their name is Control Dash Only. Oh boy, are we in for a grinder? We are most likely in for a grinder. So we should put in the Remembrance, we should put in the Epot. The CNCs will not be valuable. One Semblance is probably fine. I think we will run it like this. I'm not convinced this list is ratioed correctly at all, just by the way. It doesn't look quite right, but... Alright, I guess we take Mage Master. I don't know, it is Dash, so we can get good value out of Footsteps in theory. In theory, but if it's Control Dash, their pistol shots are going to be so big so quickly. Maybe it's not worth it. I'm not quite sure. I think we'll go Mage Master and see what happens. Learning experience. All you got this round's Erase. I don't know. He said his name is Control Dash only, so that was why I didn't put those cards in. Oh, man. Oh, baby. We got all the blue block 3s. This is definitely a control deck. This is control. Man, the one unfortunate part is if I started Footsteps, I could at least start with Ash Generation, I guess. If he swings with Teklo. Comes in with a blue throttle. Interesting. Wait a second. What's happening? Okay, he's going to shoot with Teklo. Alright, so we are getting punished a little bit by not having the Footsteps. In terms of blocking... Man, it is rough to get started. Probably the best we can do is just play out a Tome Arsenal with this kind of hand. We don't need all 3 passing, so we can lose a passing right now. Not the most valuable card. Erase is great against Control Dash. Is it really? What does it hit? Oh, target Mechanologist pistol attack gains go again. Oh, what would you know? What would you know? It hits all of these. Well, that is a learning experience for next time. Wait, whoops, not unhidden. No, not unhidden. We want to rehide that. There we go. Sorry, bot spam. Look at how reactive that was, though. My latency has finally been fixed. There should be literally like a 0.5 second delay, and that's it. That should be it. I found the setting. Alright, buddy. Now he comes in with the throttle. He boosts it. That is a very awkward boost, I must say. And he's running unmovable into this matchup. Also a little odd. We don't want to leak damage. Viserai not the most relevant. It's okay. I forgot some cards. Too. Do we care about leaking 1? I'm just worried that we have nothing to do with our turn. Moraga is also pretty useful. I just like seeing the tome, knowing that we only have 2 in deck. I think we'll try this way. Have you played any Dory in this meta? Yes, I have played against plenty of Dory. Yesterday, there's a great game against Dory. Best part of this matchup is stealing Teklo Core. Oh, that is true. That is true. Yes, I played against Dory on stream yesterday with Levia, and it's unfortunately a very sad game. It was a game that quite went sideways based on a very unfortunate draw discard that cost me 9 damage, and then I took 4 myself. So up until that point, though, you can see how well that matchup is supposed to go. I've also played against Dory quite a bit off stream. It seems to be a matchup people really like playing late at night when I should be in bed. And I've definitely been winning most of those games. Interesting. We can start with some Ash Generation. Not like it's the most relevant thing right now. But I mean, it is a way to kick off Ash, right? So it's probably worth it. The other like kind of safer route is just play out the Tome, heal Arsenal. Or we can get a bit greedier with it. Play out of this round's. Make an Ash into maybe summon a dragon. I'm a little more fond of that. A little more fond of that. I don't know, maybe I don't even make a dragon this turn. We'll just see what happens. Not super clear with how you play this matchup. Starting with an Asvalai feels like it's not enough to really pose a threat. That's for sure. So do I just... There's no way I tome right now. But if I play the Asvalai, I do get to cycle the Sync to make a new Ash. Maybe it's worth it. Might be worth it. Let's try it. Let's try it. Not the most threatening dragon, but it is playable. Oh, I have the Marvel. Oh, I forgot about that. That's new. I just became a Patreon. We do have a Rake on the bottom. That's definitely worth noting. Yeah. Rake on the bottom is good. Okay, he's gonna pop the Asvalai. We actually, that is totally fine by me. That is very okay with me. Very, very okay with this. Remember, you only heal from Arsenal. Yeah, I know the heal wouldn't... Oh, shoot. Yeah, you're right. You're right, you're right. I don't know what I thought the difference was then. You're right, only heal from Arsenal. Okay, sure. So there was no reason to really play it out anyway. I only played this card in like one Levia build ever, and I didn't like it. Like, if you're rolling scabs in Levia, there are better things you can do than play out a tome. You know, you can play out a deep-rooted. You can play out like a ghostly. You can swing with Plasmafet. In Rhinar, it makes more sense. There's less things you can really do with that extra action point because you don't have your Banish Zone to play from. So Tome starts to make more sense. Okay. We don't mind this. He pitched that to pull out Plasma. Okay. Plays out a Sigil. Man, he really is full control. Do you even beat this? I'm not convinced we do. I think they don't have that many poppers. They probably have like 9 poppers. So we probably just need to pitch stack intentionally like Dromai, Miragai. And then sweep with like a bunch of dragons that we've stickied is probably the right way we go about it. Man, well, this is a little annoying. If we play out the tome right now, I guess we could lead with Dromai. That's kind of funny. We could lead with Dromai, right? It's got to be right. Because then we gain the extra action point? Sure. This is a little unfortunate because I just said that we want to start pitching these guys into the bottom. But, hey, my little pigeon brain is saying this is how you get the most tome value this turn. So we will do it. You beat it with Kyloria and Dromai? Okay, good to know. Kyloria and Dromai. I also put the Remembrance in the list, so that is relevant. And he didn't pop it. Also super relevant. Because now we get to Tome. We get to Tome with the extra action point. We quite enjoy this. Yeah, the first 10 turns are about generating Ash and pitch stacking. Yeah, so we already messed it up with Dromai. We got greedy on the extra action point, but it did pay off. It did pay off here. Wait, what is he saying oh well for? He blocked with a non-popper. Did he mean like a different card? I don't know. Okay, so now we should be pretty safe. If we just toss out the Ember Maw, we generate 2 Ash. We can Arsenal the Sink. Save our dragons. Yeah, because if we pitch in a red, we lose generating 1 Ash this turn, basically. So, like, yes, it's relevant, but we have the cards to play it this way, I think. Huh. Yeah, we'll just start making Ash. We'll sit pretty on the Ash, I think. Sink and Foreseen to find them quick. Yep. Yeah, we did draw them when they weren't relevant. Like, he took an off turn to build the item. So there are 2 defense reactions at the bottom of the deck right now that we just didn't have a spot to use, but like obviously this Sink is going to help us. All right, I think after this game, we'll do another newsreel, because when we did the news the first time around, there were like 30 people. Now we're up to 40. Honestly, a little odd. Sometimes these day streams have gotten up to like 90. It's been freaking nuts. Shout out to you all. So hopefully we build up some viewers and I'll go over the newsreel again, because this is some good stuff, honestly. Clash, Goliath Gauntlet, the Battle Hardened, SEG Cons partnership. We'll get there. We'll get there for anyone who missed the news when we started the stream. End turn. Okay, so far we put Rake. It's like Sink, Rake. The Rake we can put next to the Azvali, I guess, to go super wide on a low effort turn. And then maybe Fate Uvia. Sounds good. Kyloria. Alright. How do we make Kyloria land is the issue. That is an issue. I'm not quite sure. Oh my god, Chat69, you gotta chill, man. Can I ban this thing? Wait, I've clicked so many buttons. to like report this thing, and it's just like not going away. Mage boots the passing right now? That seems very preemptive. But if it's how you win, I don't think it can be right to do it right now. No way. But that is definitely something that comes up, right? Cool. It's blocking the bot for you? Okay. Good. Good. It's just like relentless. It keeps coming back. It's the crazy part. Alright, so if they shoot at me now, it is probably worth sinking to protect. If I want to make it land... No, I think I'm going to sink the Kyloria. That's definitely like a Wincon dragon, right? So my turn might just be like Dunebreaker drop passing. I feel like... because we have one more passing, so the last passing is the one we want to save with the Mage Master. I don't know. I'm not quite sure. I mean, the other option is we sink for no sink, and then just like play Dunebreaker Kyloria for our turn. That's 2 breakpoints. That could work. It could work. He still has a lot of items, or he still has a lot of block though, so I think I want to save the Kyloria until we see at least more of his equipment go away. That seems a bit safer for me. We'll do that. What is your thought process for pitch stacking? Are you just making good bundles of cards you want to draw? Well, I don't really know too much about pitch stacking for this deck in particular. I know that normally you're trying to set up Dromai Maragai is how you just like completely destroy a deck that can threaten you with poppers. If you set up a draw sequence of Dromai Maragai, maybe like a Rake as well, or maybe you've just stuck a bunch of dragons before that, if you summon that turn out all at once, I mean, you are demanding so much from them. You're demanding basically like 3 poppers in their last hand of the game. Like, that's just not going to happen. So you can just roll them on that last turn. So that's definitely something that we're looking to do. Have we done that yet? No. We haven't done that yet. So as of now, the best thing to do with pitch stacking a Dromai is just make sure that you are putting, good cards, like red cards, back into your deck. Right? That's how you make Ash. So you want to do that. It's kind of great. You're incentivized to put good cards back in your deck just to begin with. So, okay. Speaking of good cards, we already sent a Rake to the bottom. I really don't hate like making a Rake right now. I almost feel like I'd rather pitch in the Sigil, hold the Rake for Arsenal, drop passing. That doesn't sound exactly right, but passing will eat damage out of him. I don't need to play the Sigil right now, so we can get that out of there. Go ahead and make an Ash from it. I'm ending my first Clash match. I'm so happy to play Prism again. Amazing. Isn't it awesome? And you still get some nutso cards, like Luminaris, still freaking nuts. Arclight Sentinel, still freaking nuts. The other auras, still nuts. But do you have everything in your toolkit? No, you don't. You don't have your soul shields. You don't have Genesis. You don't have your equipment, most notably. Like, you don't have footsteps, right? So I started watching your videos because of Levia, and I stayed because of how you play and speak out your thought process while playing. It is a great help for new players to understand the reasoning. Oh, thanks for saying that, Leo. Thanks. I'm still relatively new myself. For Flesh and Blood, I think I'm old because I've been playing for a year now. But when I started the game, there was definitely a lack of that kind of content. And to a degree, there still is a lack of that kind of content. Like, if you want to see what I consider almost like the debut of like really in-depth gameplay, it is what I started. Like, when I started this game, there were a lot of podcasts, there were a couple videos out, but there wasn't a series quite like this, which is why I did the best of 3. I did a best of 3 as Levia versus every single Blitz hero over the course of like 3 months or something. It was nuts. And I churned those out like 3 times a week. 3 times a week for a long ass time. And I think that really cemented myself on YouTube as a player worth listening to, because before then it was just like, yeah, I did one thing with Levia one time. But to actually put effort into playing a best of 3 with every single hero in the game, and casting it, and editing over it, and you know, trying to make it look polished, even though I was like brand new to YouTube. This really, this is like a big deal to really, I think, help grow the viewer base. So if you saw this series, I deeply appreciate it. I put a lot of work into that. But then ever since then, I think I've kind of just spiraled off and done my own thing, which is just, you know, be someone who likes card games and has free time. I haven't committed to a series like that in a while, but we have the Clash series coming out, and that'll be great. I'm really looking forward to that. Really looking forward to that. I agree with Leo. I passed on trying out the game before its release, then dropped it again during crew. Your videos and streams have been great to help me get back in tune. Hey, Jared, thank you. That's what we're here for. I'm here to play. I'm here to get other people to play. I want you to do what I do. That's it. I want you to play the game. Speaking of playing the game, how do we play the game? Is it worth blocking with anything in this hand? This hand, I can full keep to just generate a bunch of ash, basically. I quite like that. I actually think this is a full keep worthy hand. The one thing we could block with, I guess, would be sweeping. We could block with sweeping. It's not super relevant to go into Dunebreaker, Furnace, Rake, and kind of get started that way. That's not the worst. Sweeping's not that relevant, but it does let us use our pitch. It does let us use our entire pitch. Because otherwise we'd float one after this. I think we'll keep it. I think we're going to value the ash generation over the 3 life here. That could be wrong. I'm willing to be wrong. OMG, those Dread Screamer sleeves. Be still my aching heart. That was back in the day, yeah. Before the legal Levia. It was just like, you know, me playing Levia. They're pretty hot. I still use them for drafting and all that. That was a stupid thing I put. God. Alright. Cool. He did not clear passing. We're quite happy with that. He's playing out his items. So it's not a bad turn for us to find the pocket to play Rake the Embers, because that'll just be a bunch of damage we throw his way. So we'll lead with the Dunebreaker. It can't be popped anyway. Well, actually, since it can't be popped, we probably care more about the Rake the Embers first. Yeah, we'll do it this way. So we'll come in for the one here. Wait. Does passing trigger on this because it's an illusionist? Wait. Undo this. Undo. I actually don't know. Like, it doesn't have Phantasm, but I don't know if it sees it that way. So just in case it does, we'll play around it a little bit. I don't know if it does, but we'll play around it. We'll swing the first one. You inspired me to start producing. It does. Okay, thank you, Ryan. See, there we go. Trying to be a little smart about it. You inspired me to start producing content in Portuguese like your series. They're great for me to learn more. That's awesome. Yes, I actually, one of the things I've really wanted to do is try to experiment with some content in Spanish. I speak, like, decent Spanish. I mean, I'm Puerto Rican, so I should speak some Spanish. I don't speak great Spanish, but my girlfriend speaks great Spanish, and I think it'd be great for us to try to do a series like that. She has not joined me on that quest yet. I think I'm gonna get greedy with it. We'll try to sneak in the Ashwings, because even if they pop, we at least save this for Arsenal. I need Blasphemous sleeves, Young Vi sleeves, and Endless Moth sleeves. Okay, so we are gonna lose our ability to play this turn. It's fine, because we're keeping a card for Arsenal. A very relevant card for Arsenal. These are a bit expensive. They're a bit expensive, but, you know, ideally we can now keep... I guess we do want to keep this full hand in theory, because it does let us play Maragai, Yandurai, Senapai out of this whole hand. We can play 3 dragons out. So, Jared, we started playing in my city as a group of 8, and we were growing as a community. Until now that LSS is coming to Brazil, it's really hard to get cards, and language is a barrier too. That is tough to hear. Yeah, I love seeing where y'all are from though. Like Fab Chili. Hey, I've shown it before. Check this out. Did you know I'm not even American? I'm Chilean. You see this? Soy chileno, way. Oh no, that's alright. That'd be Mexican. We pa chili po, weon. Yeah, but I don't I'm a little out of touch. Way on, yeah. Yeah, way on, not way. Fui pa Chile por way on. Chile, not Chile. Yeah, so cool. We got Brazilian viewers, Chilean viewers. I'll visit again eventually. I'm trying to go down to Valpo. I got some family out there. Okay. We will start. I mean, this pitch stack is a little rough because we didn't pitch any blues recently. Still worth it though. So I think the first thing to do is probably lead with Endurai since we're going to lose the passing. Or rather lose the, Wait, actually, wait a second. If we... Can we play Dominia? We could play Dominia. We could go Dunebreaker pitch into Tomultai, make 2, this... No, that's only 3. That doesn't work. That does not work. Man, I want to Arsenal Tomultai. I think we're going to end up Arsenaling Tomultai. It's too big. It's too big a potential hit. Early game. Like, seeing it first cycle's nuts. So, I think, yeah, we're going to hold on that. We're going to hold on that. My mind is blown with you speaking Spanish. Güey, si puedo hablar. Si quieres, puedo hablar español para todo el stream. Español de chiquitín. Español de cuando tenía, 12 años y menos. If you can come, I can show you some Santiago. Yeah, I was born in Santiago. I don't know much about it. But I'd love to go back. Alright, same deal. So that lost Phantasm. He blocked it with a Spark. Makes sense. It's not useful. I think we can go with the Centipede next. Was there a reason to Furnace? I guess Furnace withholds more information. Because we might have a 1 cost, actually. So it was wrong to do it that way. Same amount of Ash, though. We had to import some cards from USA, Europe, or Canada. When they got here, it is possible to get them stuck in government inspection. Sometimes you have to wait months even to receive them. Ugh. Yeah, I've had to deal with like small bits of that trying to ship internationally. It's not fun. It is not fun. Feel for you. Hablo puro español. Yo soy el del triple BRB. Oh, you posted the image. Nice. Qué bueno. Qué chingón. Sorry, my Spanish is like so fucked up because my girlfriend's family is Mexican, so every time I go visit, I try really hard to speak with them. It's like I'm all messed up now. It's worse because my mom's from Argentina, so growing up, I was vos querés, blah blah blah, like use vos a lot. Now I barely even remember how to do it. It's so bad. I'm such a mutt. Such a freaking mutt. Alright, hey, this is a good Tomultai hand. We like that. Obvious solution is that the US annex both continents in their entirety so everyone can play and have access to FAB. No, what are you talking about? Get New Zealand to annex the entire world. Come on. Just get New Zealand to convert the entire world into just a bunch of hobbit holes. Be tons of fun. Tons of fun. I'm not even paying attention to what he's doing. I think all he's doing is playing items, which, to be fair, is like downright terrifying. Horribly terrifying. Very scary. Okay, we can lead with Sweeping Blow. That shouldn't affect our curve, but then what do we want to put in Arsenal? The highest value blue would be, I guess, Ember Maw to end a chain. So I guess that's what we'll look to... Oh wait, no, that's right. We don't want to lead with this. We want to lead with Tomultai because we have passing out. So we'll do this. I really hope this hits. I hope this lines up. Smacking a Teklo would be insane. Just 2 health gone. Alright, let's see it. Let's see it. Clutch. Clutch. Come on. Dromai's Lord is pretty cool. Lore. Paradine story series is awesome to listen to and learn the lore. Yeah, I'm a little upset with Para9 because he messaged me about doing a collab and then he never got back to me. And I think that dude's got... Yeah, I mean, the lore stuff is great content. I was ready. I was like, what does he want to do? Like a Levia lore thing? Oh, nice. We hit Kyloria and Viserai. What does we want to do? Like a Levia lore where I act out the part of young Levia or something? Come on. It'd be sick. But then he never got back to me. When I was in the Navy, Australia was my favorite port to visit for reasons. Oh, the Australian girls? Yeah, you can say it. Or guys. No judgment. I mean, if Australia is full of people like Hayden Dale, I'm sure it's like the most gorgeous continent on the planet. Levia cosplay when? I mean, cosplay on stream, I would love to do it, except I lost my cosplay in the luggage. I mean, I can blame so much on that. So I hope it's not like too much of a crutch when I keep saying it, but like, it's true. I lost it. The cosplay was sick though. I mean, you can see it in here. I like literally get entranced watching this. Those red eyes are like freaking nuts. And I did win. Where's the picture? Look at this. This is pretty cool. It was awesome if you were at the Pro Tour. Okay, sorry. What happened here? All right, we can then lead in with the Ashwings. Because if he does... Oh, no, I guess I'm not really sure what I'm hoping for here. I guess I hope he doesn't pop anything, and then we actually just swing the Senpai right now. That'd be kind of cool for this turn, I think. He plays with that all you got. That's fine. Swing with this one next. When there's a Pro Tour in Australia, I'm there. Oh, yeah. I hope we all show up. I hope the next Pro Tour is somewhere in, like, Southeast Asia. That'd be really cool. Actually, Taiwan's borders are even open, so if it was in Taiwan, my god. That'd be so much fun. I used to live in Taiwan. Very much love that country. Love the people. 我会学一点点中文. That's about as much as I can say, though. Well, I Taiwan. 我爱吃水饺. That's all I got. No more, no more. Still peeve that I got into the game 2 weeks after Pro Tour New Jersey when you lived in South Jersey. Sheesh. That's rough. To be fair, though, if you lived in Jersey, that was probably... Okay, actually, not to be fair. That is a huge L. Because... No, shui jiao, dumplings. There's accents about it, you know. There's shui jiao is also sleep. What do we put? We put a Domini on the bottom, so we do want the blues next to it. We'll do that. Dumplings, come on. Yeah, freaking dumplings. How about this? 我爱小笼包. 我爱锅贴. The other dumplings. I can say all the types of dumplings, trust me. I love my dumplings. It's just, you know, butchered Mandarin Chinese. I have no ear for the tones. I think most white people don't. And it's a little upsetting. I'm only half white, and I'm still bad at it. I've been playing since Alpha Vegas. Didn't even have an armory until Monarch. We did play the on-demand thing for the first 3 sets. Alpha since... I've been playing Alpha since Vegas. Alpha? Wait. Alpha of what? Was there actually, like, alpha release of, like, Welcome to Wrath in Vegas? I did not know that. That's pretty cool if there was. I thought Vegas was just like Tales of Aria on. Huh. Cool. Man, this dude has a lot of items. Not gonna lie. This is a lot of items to deal with. Will I outdamage him? Probably not. Yeah, half. Half. I am half Puerto Rican, half, you know, white of mixed flavors. Some German, some Danish. The Emperor will be worst in Clash. You can't even use the ability to find CNC. Oh, that's so true. Maybe we can errata CNC to be an Emperor specialization for Clash. That's not a terrible idea. That's the kind of things that'll come in time, because the event will be after Dynasty is out. A local shop had product, and I was buying case of WR for 300. Whoa. I've heard stories of that kind of stuff. That is insane. That is insane. Alright, there's no way I can afford to block with the Kylorias. They are too important. How do I get them to land, though? That is a problem. That is a problem. I guess I don't need the Viserai. Almost... It would be great to like have Viserai on the back of a double Kyloria turn. I just can't afford it. But that'd be a lot of pressure for him to actually want to block Viserai into blocking Kyloria. So maybe we do just try to keep this hand to at least go Viserai Kyloria. I think that's fine. I think that's fine. So we'll eat this. We'll eat this damage. Do you think CNC will go down if it's reprinted in Dynasty? I mean, it would, but I don't think it's getting reprinted in Dynasty. I mean, when they reprinted Arknight Skullcap, they showed in the preview that the code changed to Everfest. And so far, they just haven't shown the code change for CNC in any article, so I don't think it's getting reprinted, honestly. At this point, it is not hard to get CNCs out of like history packs or from like other languages or anything like that. Like I pulled a French CNC, and I don't know what they're worth, but like, I mean, I'll trade it. I think most people are kind of in that boat. You've already got your playset if you're a hardcore player. And now for everyone opening these history packs in like other languages for fun, I mean, you shouldn't sit on that stuff, right? You should give it to people who need it. I love the French CNC as well. It's Command and Conquête. Probably also said that wrong. Command et Conquête. Something like that. Alright, we'll play out the Viserai. We'll swing with the Viserai, hopefully get cards out of his hand, and then go Kyloria. That should be pretty good. Dallas meta expectations? God, I wish I was going to Dallas. I think Dallas, it would, no joke, be... I would win on Levia. Not even kidding. If I could go to Dallas, I'd play Levia, I'd win. Not even kidding. I'm so ready to sweep an event with aggro Levia. I'm so freaking ready. I just can't swing Dallas. The tickets are so freaking expensive last minute. I mean, it's my fault. Actually, technically, it's not my fault. It's SCGCon's fault for only giving me streaming permission so late. They only finally, like, you know, did the deal with me this week. So, unfortunately, if I'd had more leeway, I would have swung Dallas. But it's too last minute to really pull off much else. What is CNC in German? No idea. No idea. Alright, not a notification that matters. Alright, we're hoping. I really hope he, like, blocks the Yandurai or something, tries to get greedy. I doubt he will, because he definitely wants to just hold 2 blues, right? That's what the deck wants to do. But, would be cool. If he pops the Yandurai, it's also not so bad, because then we can try to go for a double Kyloria turn. But I am going to get greedy with it. I do want to swing with everything first. Glad I got my San Jose flight when I did 120 round trip. Yeah. Anything that you can get early, do it. I mean, this game gives very little leeway on planning tickets. So, as soon as they announce something, you better freaking do it, because time's only running out. There we go. Oh wait, oops. That actually doesn't gain me anything. Wait, or does it? Oh, why did I even pitch that? I pitched a blue this turn. It still gains me 1, right? So it's effectively the same? Yeah. Okay, it's effectively the same. Oh well. Technically misclick, because I should have just played the Kyloria out. But it is the same. Alright, here we go, baby. Now, unfortunately, we know we're not going to draw into another Kyloria this cycle. We put 1 on the bottom, and there goes our second. So, we don't get overwhelming pressure. Okay, he has a sink anyway. That's fine. All we're doing here is, like, taking away his ability to really pressure us with these items. And we're going to build up a board state here that's going to get incredibly hard to sweep. And we did put in one semblance. So in theory, like, his deck shouldn't have that many poppers. There's even a remembrance. Not bad. And we have our enabler here. I wish we had another dragon. Be nice to start putting the pressure on. Have you ever played the PvE system Kinmi made called Overlord? I have not, because I have like almost no local play group. The closest store for me these days is thankfully only 30 minutes away, not an hour away. There's a new spot that plays Fab, which is nice. They're relatively new, so I've been trying to get them to start playing CC. They're only Blitz players. It's like 6 of them. I'm trying to get them to play CC. So we're almost there. We're getting there. But it's a big ask to then say, basically, never mind, let's try like a PvE thing. I really want them to just start playing CC first. So we'll focus on that. We'll get them doing that, and then we can start playing other things. I'm just grateful that there's so many of them. There's literally an entire play group that ditched Magic for Flesh and Blood. There's 6 people. 6 people. Pretty freaking new, and they just were like, nope, we're dipping. So I need to spend time with them. I got to grow that community, for sure. Sad that Ball Lightning was banned? Hell no. Card's nuts. Card shouldn't have been printed, honestly. Nutso, nutso. Alright, we don't really pressure that much with this hand. Little unfortunate. Little unfortunate. We can Remembrance back in, I guess, some Ragai, Chromai, and Kyloria. Those seem pretty safe to do. We do need to play out the Burn Them All right now to get our combos going. So we'll do that. Decide on the other things later. Space Moose, want to play some Clash? Yes, please. Please. Any news on your luggage? Oh, baby. I go through the motions, you know. I check my email every day. Oh my god, I lean so much. Sorry. Check my email every day. I pray for new updates. I pray to Blazafet, sacrifice a rabbit now and again. And nope. Pretty much no good news. The good news is that they do at least talk to me. The bad news is they just keep saying, talk to the airport, talk to the airline, talk to FedEx. They're just going around in a freaking circle because no one wants to cough up how much this is freaking worth. Like, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. No one wants to admit that, like, oh yeah, they may be at fault. It's so dumb. All right, the other thing we can do in this matchup, I totally didn't even notice. They don't have arcane barriers, so I think we do just start winning through the Burn Them All stuff. We need to just not die to how many freaking items this dude has. So in that vein, I think I'll go ahead and play out a Sigil to gain life. And then I'll go ahead and... I kind of do want to Remembrance right now because our pitch stack isn't amazing. We didn't actually put the Chromai and the Miragais and all that next to each other. I think we'll go ahead and Remembrance now just because we didn't really set anything up. And we'll put Miragai, Chromai... Oh no, we don't need the Miragai actually. The Chromai, the Tomultai, and the Kyloria seem like best hits right now, so we'll put those back in. And Arsenal the Fate, which will be quite nice, because these pistol shots are 5 per. Nuts. 5 per, 5 per. And, oh, shoot. Actually, that does mess up our Burn Them Alls. We need to start putting more reds. Didn't even think about that. Oops. CNC is gebieten und erobern in German. I'm debating on adding Smashing Good Time with the amount of dashes coming out. Do you mean in like CC? Or like Clash or something? I really love the beauty of the sideboard in Clash, not gonna lie. Like, I think Blitz should have a sideboard at this point. If Blitz just went to 60 cards with sideboard, that'd be a lot better for my enjoyment of the game. I still think it's dumb that thematically Blitz has nothing to do with young heroes. So, I mean, that's a big win Clash has over Blitz, I think. But, all right. Oh my god, there's so much passing. So much. He's just clicking so many buttons. Jesus. Yeah, in CC, Dash is definitely a deck people are hyped on. No question. No question. Like, if Oldhim takes even a little bit of a dip in power, Dash should already win that matchup, like, almost every time. But now it just, like, wins it. Because the way they lost was the strength of like ripping a early Oakenold into like double stack Pulse with Oakenolds. I mean, it was tough. And Pulse was a huge enabler in that for that matchup. Okay, that is 5 damage. I think we are fine with a Fate Foreseen here. Ooh, a Kyloria. Okay, so we can sink into a Kyloria. Does that really do anything? It kind of does. It kind of does. I mean, it makes our turn... Yeah, we'll leave that on top. It makes our turn... most likely just like Dromai and Kyloria, and then Arsenal the Rake. Yeah, I think that's still fine though. Sure. My lord. There's so much. There's so many attacks going on. Our board state is really not that impressive either to start pressuring his hands. It's not. I really want the shuffle to like find the you know, Dominia plus like enough to pay for it. That'd be great. That'd be a great way to jump back in this. Oh wait, I shuffled Tomeltai, didn't I? Tomeltai is completely worthless. Just noticed. They only have the Skullcap left. Oh well. Oh well. Sorry, I looked away from chat and you guys are so damn active that I need to catch up. Apologies. Let's see. Is it possible to play it in TTS? They created an extension to make it possible if you want to try to be easier than travel 30 minutes and convince the new players. I'm actually just not a huge fan of TTS. I truly uninstalled it from my computer after Talishar came out. Talishar has just been infinitely better for how I play the game. I like the efficiency. I don't like having to waste time on the clicks and like dragging and all that kind of stuff. For me, that really took away the play experience in TTS. I didn't like it. Plus, my computer doesn't handle TTS well for whatever reason. So, all right. I think we can safely lead with Dromai, I guess. In a way, Kyloria is the safer thing to swing with. So I guess we did this a little bit out of order. Yeah, we did it a little bit out of order, I guess. Because we want to swing Kyloria so he can't pop it into... Because that is one that he'll have to shoot into Dromai, into those. Yeah, oh well. A little bit wrong order. I think it's fine. Okay, so we'll swing with Kyloria. I mean, definitely won't land, but it turns into like a must block for him. Unfortunately, his Skullcap definitely just blocks it here. We don't even demand a defense reaction. How's the Prism versus Dromai matchup in CC? I feel like Prism is favored, but I haven't been able to play any of it because LL. Prism versus Dromai in CC? I'm pretty sure Prism absolutely rolled that matchup. I only saw it played like maybe once or twice. In fact, there's if you want to see amazing gameplay of it, Jared, there is this channel OK and Y on YouTube. And this guy used to be like a Prism one trick. And he put a lot of time into Dromai. So you should be able to find Prism versus Dromai at some point in here. I don't exactly see it actually. But if you want like some Dromai gameplay, this is a great channel for it. I don't see Prism versus Dromai. Interesting. I could have sworn he played it. Alright, oops. Let's do this. Speaking of that, is there a clear-cut definition of what young heroes represent, like Genis? So far, they call young heroes just half-life heroes, basically. Because Genis is not young. Yoji is not young. The Emperor is, like, debatably young. So far, they're just calling young heroes, and this is fine, because it gained the action point anyway. They're just calling young heroes, heroes that are meant for not CC, basically. So, would it be worth it by now to sue the airline? Honestly, probably. I just know nothing about doing that. I've heard a couple of people have reached out, and have said that like some lawyers, some actual like fab players who are lawyers, have reached out and said, hey, look, there's precedent. You should look into a lawsuit. But like, do I know anything about that? Really? No. And that's a lot of money to put in up front, only hoping that there's payoff. Because like, what if there's some loophole they get through? I don't know. I don't know. It's definitely worth it at some point. I need to draw the line and just say, hey, I'm going to file a lawsuit because it's been more than a month. And you guys are all just blaming each other and no one is helping. It definitely is awful. It is like one of the worst situations I've dealt with customer service. It's ridiculous. What was in the luggage? Was it camera equipment? It was, here it is. Reload. It was all of this. All of this. You can feel free to pause it and actually read through it, but basically it was every single deck worth testing at the Pro Tour. I was asked to bring by my test group because the company that was like sponsoring the test house paid for me to check a bag because I was bringing all my camera gear anyway. So everyone asked, oh, if you're already checking a bag, can you bring like all the decks? I'm like, yeah, sure. So I brought basically every deck in CC that was relevant other than, so, you know, not like Bolton or like Azalea, you know, that kind of stuff. But I brought a ton of decks. I brought all my camera gear. All my playmats were in it as well. Like even the special, like the Liga Levia signed Blazafet playmat that everyone's been signing for the past year, that was in there, which is now gone. The Emperor playmat I bought at the Pro Tour that was signed by Federico Musetti, also gone. The Pro Tour playmat itself, the Iva Fidia, also gone. A lot. All my camera stuff, I think I already said that. So, yeah, it's pretty awful. It is pretty miserable to have to live in this reality. In another timeline, my stuff just showed up when I arrived, and I just pick up my bag and I go home. And it'd be sweet. It'd be chill. The other thing to note with everything missing, though, is not like I'm really crying about it, but there's potential loss of revenue because I just haven't been able to stream anything. I haven't been able to go to SEG cons like I was supposed to. I haven't been able to even stream like local events. I haven't been able to put out like the content that I normally do. Which is why we've kind of stuck to Talishar. So, I mean, like Talishar has been fun anyway. I probably would have done this regardless, but it was also just because I knew I had a content gap because all my shit's missing. Oof. I am starting to hate the position we're in. I'm losing my confidence that we win this game. I'm losing it. We're also playing through this rounds. I think we still want to play at the Viserai. It's just not very efficient this turn. We only run 2 Burn Them Alls. Burn Them Alls is our win con in this matchup because he doesn't have any AB. So I'm hesitant to play him out both right now. I feel like they might break a little too early if we start doing that. So it might just be like a Viserai. I think it's just going to be like a Viserai Arsenal Burn Them All type of turn. Maybe Uvio's worth playing too. I don't freaking know. I don't know. Oh, Oliver. Yes. Yeah, I'd be hunting them too. Yeah, I think if you're planning on streaming at events, I think you definitely have a foot if you wanted to sue. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just not one who's ever done that before. I just don't have the experience for that. Well, that definitely sucks. This dude is running more poppers than normal. He's running the CNCs. He's running both colors of Fiandals. I assume he's probably on like payload as well, although we haven't like technically seen it yet. This is pitch zone. Oof. God, and he has so many items. I do feel like this is over. We needed to hit, I don't know, maybe the rakes were the misplay here. Because I was putting the rakes on the bottom, but actually with how many items he got out, maybe I should have just ripped every rake I saw and just try to match. That was probably the mistake. But now we can at least start building with Uvia. It just might be too late. because at this point he's going to ignore dragons. I don't even have a passing to eat any damage here. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. I mean, this is a great hand to dump, though. I don't want to block with this hand. This will build quite the board state. Control Dash is really rough for Dromai. I only win when they use Pounder. Yeah, that might be what we learn here. That might be what we realize. Poppers are not fun. No, but it's a balanced... It's balanced. Oh, wow. Alright, buddy. Sigil up. It's a balanced way to play into Illusionist, because permanents are really strong in this game. They are scary strong. Yeah, so, I mean, we do want to just drop literally every dragon in this hand. I'm almost convinced we also have to, we almost have to play the Burn Them All out as well, just to try to put on pressure. We're just, man, I don't know about that, though. We are running short on the reds. And as far as I know, Talishar doesn't actually let you layer it, where you can let the first one break and then use that to fuel the second one. Because I've seen that bug out playing against Dromai a couple times. Alright, what do we actually have red-wise? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We assume that we're probably going to lose like 2 dragons. Puts us at 10. Which is going to fuel 3, 4, 5. It's going to fuel basically only like 2 turns. That's pretty scary. I don't think we play it then. Alright, lead with Chromai then. Yeah, board state looks rough. Oh, I mean, look at this dude. It's literally full fatigue, or full control dash. As his name suggests. As his name does suggest. Okay, so Chromai hit, which is cool. I think we'll go ahead and get in the Ashwing Swing. We did preserve a lot of defense reactions, though. If we can just stick a board state and he starts ignoring it and goes face, I mean, if we draw like a triple defense react hand, we leak 3 damage. So that will be pretty nice. That will be pretty nice for us. We do hope that happens. Okay, this is gonna go... Are we even running Necria? I have no idea. I mean, it's not my list. It's not my list. Is this list running Necria? Oh man, it's not. Oh, that is unfortunate. I feel like Necria is pretty good in this matchup. It's just a breakpoint dragon. Woo, that is rough. Choose a target for Azalite? No, we're good. No need for the next arcane ping. I tested Dromai extensively. The problem is fine. He's all over the place right now. Yeah, there's no doubt about that. That's the one issue with the full aggro Levia, is it definitely has a tight Fi matchup. Tight. If that matchup, if you can like build that deck to have a good Fi matchup, I really think it's like one of the best decks in the game right now. You're just going to lose some games to Levia shenanigans, which is any Levia build, honestly. But the Fi matchup is like legitimately just a little tight. A little too tight. A little too tight. Need to find a full aggro Dromai and try it. Oh, okay. That sounds fun. Is that like with Blaze Headlongs and Snatch and all that? I've seen it. Someone played Necria against me in draft this week. Wow, is that card strong? Yes. If you see Necria pack 1, I mean, just play Dromai, honestly. Card's nuts. Leaving the stream now, but certainly going to watch it later. I don't know if you noticed there were times with 55 people watching. Oh, yeah. Well, thank you, Leo. We've gotten way higher. We've gotten over 100. I don't really know what gets people to click. I've tried like a bunch of different, like, you know, clickbaity type titles. I've tried different, like kinds of thumbnails. I really think it just depends on the day. Sometimes people are free and sometimes they're not. But these midday streams normally get more viewers. Like normally we are sitting at like 80, like 70 to 80. Once we've been going for a bit. The nighttime streams normally stick at around like 50 to 60. Choose 4 cards to banish. 1, 2, 3, 4. No problem. Gotcha, game. Alright, so he kept his full hand. I fully expect this to just get sent face. Fully expect it. Can we really afford to just tank and drop another wave of dragons. That might be what we have to do, right? It might be what we have to do, because if he ignores the board state here, and we can drop another 2 dragons, plus the Uvia trigger, that's pretty big. Oh, we're only at 2 ash, though. Never mind. That is a little scary at that point. These are my work entertainment. Hell yeah, it's the goal. The goal. The reason no one is viewing is because we aren't playing Clash. That was a fun game, but I really did want to play like a real Dromai game because I'm pretty excited to play Clash Dromai tonight. But, you know, we'll wind down to that point. I want to play full power Dromai for a bit. I love the feeling of Tomotai, Dominia. Those cards are nuts. I'm chilling. It's 12 p.m. so the day's pretty much starting. Drink coffee, so I'm safe. Wonderful. I also have coffee. Coffee from Honduras, by the way. Man, after talking about the viewers, we actually just like lost a ton. People don't like being called out, I guess. It's all right. That's all right. Honestly, the live viewers are amazing because the chat is really fun. You guys are awesome. But I've been very impressed with the VODs do really well. Like at first I wasn't even going to enable the VODs because it's like a little bit, like the content's like a little too easy. But people really like watching the VODs. It's just background noise, you know? I've had a lot of people say, oh my God, like I love just throwing on your stream while I cook. I'm like, okay, that's fine with me. You do you. I hope your, you know, chicken cordon bleu turns out great. Holy shit though. This is, I think because of our Ash situation, it's not going to be a Senpai turn. We'll use it to pitch on the Kyloria, and we'll just block with the sweeping. Block with the sweeping. Oh boy. Like, I really want him to ignore the board state this turn. I'm going to eat a ton for it. Like, I'm just going to eat a lot of damage, but we do drop 2 more. That's big. That is big news. I have a Clash game, nobody enters for 20 minutes. Yeah, that's weird. People in the chat were saying they were ready for Clash. People were saying. I mean, I don't expect the randoms on Talishar to like really jump in on the games yet. I mean, the video literally came out like just a couple hours ago. But eventually, I mean, the League of Levi Discord, I've got the whole Clash channel. So if you want to ping people for games there, go for it. You can also take to Twitter. Twitter's been pretty... Twitter's been popping off a little bit. As far as Clash goes. A lot of people won't have decks. Yeah, I mean, there's also that, right? Like, it's a work day. So announcing something new, getting people to actually build for it, then have time for Talishar, that's a lot to ask on a work day. I get it. I can't believe we've only played 2 games, though. This is ridiculous. Like, why did we hit a control dash, of course, our first CC game. Every time I run into a Dromai, the games go so freaking long. And now I'm the Dromai, so the curse follows. It's just crazy. Like, you know, when I play the Levi games, we can get like three through the gate. Like, let's just, you know, get them done. 3 Levi games, jam them. All right, he got 1 more swing off this turn, I guess. He's pitched a popper. We like that. All right, so he did totally ignore the board state to get his turn off. Granted, he has an insane next turn coming, but I still don't think we mind. I still don't think we hate it. I don't want to trigger Uvia here because I want to float 1 Ash at the end of the turn. We're going to be making 1 off pitching there. Oh, shoot, not end turn. What the hell? Oops, sorry. Sorry, it passed. Turn. There we go. We'll take that. I like that Arknight Shard is legal. Yeah, it's just the easy way to make the rules as of now. Without like specifically saying like no legendaries, no fableds, whatever allowed. That's like a little too easy. I think like that kind of rule set doesn't read well for some people. It's more interesting to say you're limited to rarities in these slots, right? That's more exciting because then you're like, oh, wait, so I can run Doomsday? Oh, sweet. I want to try Levia then. even though she's not the strongest without Blood Rush, like, there's your payoff. It's pretty cool. Reconsidering Dromai for Worlds? Oh, Sam, come on. Why do you think not everything's about winning Worlds, man? Sometimes it's about just playing games. Because I'm definitely not a good Dromai player, and she's definitely not good enough for Worlds, so I can confidently say no. I can confidently say no to that. Sure. We'll start with the Asvalai. We're playing Dromai mostly because I have some Clash games coming up tonight, and I would like to... Oh my god. I would like to play Dromai in some of them. So to warm myself up for Clash Dromai, I wanted to play some CC Dromai. Now, CC Dromai, of course, ran into a control dash right out the gate. So now we're somehow playing a like hour-long Dromai game when I wanted a quickie. Now, to be fair, that's how Dromai goes. I shouldn't have expected the game to be short. It's my bad. It's my bad. Okay, so they didn't pop the Chromite. They did commit a blue to blocking, which makes me think he probably does have a popper. Because he is comfortable blocking down 2 cards this turn. So he thinks that our damage is going to end off the next one. Not much we can do about it, I guess. Oh no, but we swung with Chromite and it landed, so we have 2 action points. Oh, that's pretty cool. That is actually pretty cool. So order-wise, the next one to swing with, I guess. If he's trying to wait to pop it anyway, does it matter if we swing Kylorian now or later? I think we'll swing the Kylorian now. Because it'll give us more information on his hand. Because this is one he would want to interact with. I gotta agree though, Dromai's not in a good spot. Yeah, she's not. Just dodge 5. 5 isn't real. BS, Sam. BS. You're going to be at Worlds, and that means there's going to be a terrific 5 player at Worlds, right? Those two things, those are the same statement. Alright, it's a sync. Interesting. Cool. Well then, we should get the full board of dragons to swing this turn. We still have 2 action points. Let's go here. Now, if we build Levia to beat Fi, it's going to take some fine-tuning. But I really believe it's in the wheelhouse of what Levia can do. She's got Deadwood Rumbler, which is like a legitimate card you like to play anyway. And she can run this rounds on me. Or not this rounds on me. Actually, you can run this rounds on me. I was running it in my calling list. But you can also run That All You Got. That All You Got actually fits this build really well. You like the yellows. I've been trying That All You Got over the Art of Wars in the Fi matchup, and it's pretty okay. It is pretty okay. I may not actually play at Worlds. I'm not a fan of Draft or Blitz. Okay, well, a lot of people are in that boat, honestly. It's kind of weird, right? A lot of people are like, hey, I'm going to play the calling. Like, that's so funny. I almost wish I did that. I should not have gotten this PTI for Worlds. A friend of mine needed to sell it for some school money, and he couldn't go anyway. And I was like, okay, I mean, it's a good price. It was $700, which is like a lot of money. It is a lot of money. Actually, like a ridiculous amount of money. If you asked me if I'd ever spend $700 on an invite to anything, I would have said you're ridiculous. But he needed the help, and I was really hyped for Worlds. And I had just gotten a paycheck, so I was like, okay, fine. We'll roll. We'll roll with it. Do I regret it? Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. But it does mean I'll be at Worlds. Alright, we're even going to swing with Uvia here, because we're not really using her for Ash Generation. Top 64 is 1,500. Think I'm going to get there, Chris? I thank you for the support, my brother. Good to see you here, actually. I haven't seen you type before. Awesome. But I don't know, dude. I'm so bad at draft. Alright, this is why we held to burn them all, because now we get to chain it. This is even an insane turn for us. We're going to try to not block here, obviously. We got the equipment block up. We can go Dominia Chromai. Nuts. Nuts. Worlds is your last tourney? Why? Because your kid? Don't you have another kid on the way? Or did you have a kid? I hope it's not because you're quitting to go back to Magic. Come on. Can't have that happen. Just bank it. That's what I'm going to do, I think. Go to the next Pro Tour. No, the issue is I'm technically was gifted a PTI, right? And when you are gifted a PTI, it's for an event. You don't get to just like keep it on your account. So I have to use it for Worlds. And it's not like I don't want to play in Worlds. Like, I do. It's just crazy that, like, I actually would rather play the Calling. Like, the Calling is right there. It's gonna be a good time. You're getting into digital forensics. Oh, hey, best of luck in that field. It's intense. I get you. Okay, I mean, this hand, this is like even why we banked the Ash with Uvia, right? Because it's the perfect amount. We want to float one so we can pay into Dominia, drop Dromai, and that'll just be our game. It will be our game to lose at that point. I think we have this. I think we do. We'll go ahead block with the Furnace here because they're going to break the chain and we might have to end up using it again for block. Should be fine. Worlds just has too much variance to reliably believe using the PTI is worthwhile. 1000% agree. Like 1000% agree. I really would have been more excited for Worlds if out of the gates, Dynasty was legal. They're just like, boom, Dynasty out, play Worlds. Good God. A lot of people have been tilted out of their minds from that. I would have loved it. Give me that format any day. Any day. I actually, for once, feel okay about Blitz. I think this ban list was pretty awesome for Levia. I mean, like, I legitimately am locking Levia for both formats, like, almost guaranteed. It depends a little bit on, like, how bad Fi ends up being. If that's an instant loss, which I don't think it is, it's pretty tight, then I really just shouldn't play Levia. I just shouldn't do it, but, like, I'm playing her for Blitz, 1000%. Actually, funny enough, Yuanji of winning Calling Krakow fame, he reached out to me last night after the bans, and he goes, is it just me, or is Levia busted in Blitz? And I was like, hey man, I would never call her busted, because she is just Levia, but she is hot. Like, just can't lie. Like, she's just good. Like, I really think she's just good right now. Do we care about going to 2 specifically? Not really. We're not even going to use Crown on this turn, so I think we can do it. Yeah, so he reached out and was like, give me a list. I'm going to put the testing in. I sent him a list, and the first thing he sends me is this. It's freaking hilarious. Let me pull it up. Because Yuanji's like, no joke. If he says that, like, you know, if he thinks a deck is busted, he's put real thought into it. But then he tries one game and sends me this and goes, Levia is unplayable. And I'm like, okay, yeah, never mind. You're right. What happened here? I'm not dead to this attack, right? Hold on, I'll show that picture in a second again. It's pretty funny. No, I don't want to transform that. He sent me this, look. Look at this. Now, to be fair, I don't know why he Arsenal Nourishing Emptiness. I have no idea. But the rest of this is, like, actually the hottest garbage you can draw. Like, it is just awful. I feel bad for him. He's never going to touch Levia again. Because you draw a hand like that, and you're like, okay, deck sucks. And, like, what can he say? It's very upsetting. Drawing that way is very upsetting. But it's the Levia player life. We understand it. We do understand it. Other people don't. Other people do not. I was going to say he put Levia at C tier. Yeah, he did until last night at, like, 2 a.m. He messaged me about it and was like, hold up a second. Is Levia actually busted? So he changed his mind. Like, he did. He did change his mind. Alright, we should just win. Like, we've got it on lock here. We've got tons of equipment up. Oh, shoot! The burn them all. Oh, shit. Sorry. Let me play the burn them all. My bad. Forgot. Sorry. Forgot. And then we play the Dromai. There we go. Jesus. All right, maybe we actually won this game. That's a great payoff, honestly. It's been a long-ass game. I think we've made a lot of correct decisions, honestly. A lot of correct decisions for a game this long, with this active of a chat, with all the conversations going on. Now, did he somehow perfectly pitch stack like a bunch of freaking poppers in this hand? I hope not. I hope not. Having double Dromai, like, definitely helps. Because at this point, it was probably safe. No, I did need to swing Dromai here. The thing is, I can swing Dominia next. So unless he literally has... He just can't have enough poppers, right? He'd have to have 4 exactly, which is just not happening. Actually, this would have to reveal as well. It might miss here. It might miss here. Oh, that's true. I have 2 BRBs and 1 Art of War in my build today, and I drew all 3 in a reckless on first hand. Hell yeah! The Levia life. The Levia life. Alright, Sweeping Blow is revealed. That's unfortunate. I think we still win. We still should win because the Dromai did resolve. So we were fine even through a popper there, which is really cool. Yeah, I think we just win this game. Obviously, Dominia hit. It was lock, but like it should still be game, right? Should still be game. Then we'll come in. Oh yeah, the Arcane Pings alone do it. I didn't even think about that. He doesn't have AB. All right, cool. We did it. We did it. GG's. What a freaking game. All right, for someone who doesn't play this hero, who's distracted out of their mind, what a win. I'm pretty happy with this. Can't lie. This is why we played a Dromai game. For that, you know, the dopamine hit after playing a ridiculous match like this. Look at this. Hold up a second. Did we just spend 70 minutes playing a control dash versus Dromai? Literally like my 3rd time playing Dromai, and we won? Woo! GG's opponent. GG's opponent. That was a freaking long one. But I'd say we won pretty handily. Damn. Oh, you know, there's other streamers out there saying that, like, all right, one second. Who say, like, streaming means you're playing it around, like, 70% efficiency or whatever it is. I don't disagree. I almost think I'm significantly worse playing on stream because my goal on stream is just the community. Like, it's to talk to you all. So I'd say, like, my play is, like, 40% if I'm playing on stream. Like 40%. And it's pretty nuts to actually get these wins in. I feel like I should just go 0-5 every stream. We are 1-1 today, though. We did lose that Clash game, but it was a great game. If anyone wants to play Clash, I'm down to jump into a Clash. Someone said only Clash. Okay, sweet. Let's do it. Let me pull back up. All right, let's pull back up my Clash deck that I haven't really fully... Oh, well done. The Clash player found a game. Well done. All right. Well, I don't really feel like waiting a long time for another Clash game, so we might as well jump into like another CC, I guess. Not too keen on Dromai. I think I would rather play mid-range Levia. This deck is really fun. I haven't played it in a bit. This guy's playing Rhinar. This will be fun. Oh, he already found a game as well. All right, we'll jump in this one then. Fi. Oh, yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. For this build, Fi is awful. For this build. All right. Yeah, this will be a bad one. This will be a rough one. This list is really kind of built to say, all right, I'll scoop to Fi and then move on. So we'll see. I mean, maybe we can give it our best shot. Sometimes you do just draw hot. Yep, go first. Ready. Clash. Wait, Luis, I feel like you've been here for ages. You missed the whole Clash deal? Look, look, look. Go ahead and click on this video of mine. We did the Clash announcement today. Clash announcement came out today. There's full deck building support and all that on Fabry, so just click on the links, give it a read. I'm gonna go over announcements after this game. I meant to do it in between, so that was unfortunate. I did mean to go over announcements again. Okay, this round's right now is fine. Not a bad turn 0. Okay, well, this is highly sketch. Highly sketch now. I feel like I should just Mandible Claw, Arsenal Blood Rush, and just like rip into a Beast Within. Or rip into a... Ooh. Oh man, I don't know anymore. Alright, we're gonna go this route. Drawing a Blood Rush here is a little too good to pass up. So normally I'd want to toss the Beast Within at them to actually put pressure on their HP and fill the graveyard a bit. But nope, the Blood Rush is too good. We will take this. Just Arsenal the Boneyard. And he still goes down to a 4-card hand, so this round's just saved life. All it did was just save life. And this is a perfect Blood Rush hand, so goddamn. In this meta, you have to have a plan into Fi. Yes, but at Nationals, my plan was to prey on the Oldhim Iyslander Dromai bracket. So that was the goal. I think we don't need to care about this. And I wasn't in the Iyslander Dromai Oldhim bracket. I was in the Viserai bracket. And I played against 5 Viserai. It was nuts. It is not what I expected at all. 0%. 0% expected that. Alright, he dropped an E-pot. Oh, this is interesting already. But, hey, we got the juice. We do got the juice. So we should have blocked with a card. Obviously, the way we drew lends itself really well to not using all its resources. Okay. We don't want to draw both of those together. In fact, we can pretty safely bottom both of them because in this matchup, we're looking to just find power cards. It's pretty much all we can afford to do. Just find power cards. The unfortunate part is we're also going to have to cycle with Crown coming up. We do have to just make that happen. But just in case somehow one thing is more playable than the next, Wrecker Romp is more playable in Arsenal. Okay. Well, it's an Art of War turn, so we don't mind that we have to block with Crown here anyway, because it was likely, regardless. I don't think Oldhim will have a significant presence in Worlds. That ban is going to be significant. Yeah, that's what a lot of people are saying. A lot of Oldhims don't seem like too terribly upset. Most people just agree that like that ban was genius. I didn't really see anyone calling for that ban in particular, but it was such a smart ban. Such a smart ban. It really hit the perfect card to make everyone playing against Oldhim groan just a little bit less. And it made all the Oldhims now not really have high roll in their deck. Now Oldhim is just grindy and fair. He has some unfair things you can do, but the most unfair was just like rip Pulse, Oaken early, take away the game, and then just like, you know, pummel Tunic next turn and just like, it was really all off the back of an Oaken old rip, which he just doesn't have anymore. Oof. He did banish a Yellow Rising. It's a little weird. We're definitely going to hold Crown Scabs to block a 4 breakpoint, probably. Thing is, our hand's pretty bad. Ideally, what we want to do is keep a blue this rounds and Writhing. Playing out the this rounds will be relevant. So I think we're safe to go ahead and do this now. It's not a real hit effect, but we do want more information on what this Wrecker Romp is. Oh, what the fuck? Okay. Well, I mean, I guess it doesn't super matter. We're going to block with these regardless. We are going to block with them. Because this will just be our turn. Not the most exciting turn. Do we care about blocking the exact 4? Not really. Not really. I was testing into Oldhim last week and made 1 card change for Paul's deck. Still good? Yeah, I mean, deck's still good, for sure. Alright, here's the issue, is, what if we don't get to block with both of these? What if it's just one more? No, even if it's like one more tall attack, it should be enough for us to Wrecker. To block with both of them. Might be Assault the Wound. That's still fine. Honestly, whenever they use Mask... Alright, we can block this one. Whenever they use Mask, it feels okay in this matchup. Like, surprisingly, they lose 2 life, which can be a big deal. It can be a big deal to them to lose 2 life, because we equalize their impressive turns with Husk, basically. So, like, we can Husk right now, which is probably worth it, because they don't necessarily go 6 tall every turn. And we do want it to block the actual life. So this is probably fine here. Just because if we take the 6, we go to 20, there's no guarantee he actually goes 6 tall next turn. Well, we got to play the short game. It's just like how the matchup goes. It's not the most fun, but... Yeah, and you're right, Nixoris. He only got 6 value off the Mask. Not that great. Normally, I'll only push for Mask if it's 7. because 6 damage is... I mean, that's just kind of normal for a draw sequence. Oh man, that's funny. So we're glad we blocked so much. I actually don't mind that he swings it here because we already committed the husk anyway. What's funny though is that that's every single salt wound because he blocked with 1. So he's running 3 salt wound. That's a little suspect, honestly. Not a huge fan of running 3 salt in 5, but it's not the worst. This is a very bad card for us to play out though. Even worse if the card we draw here is not good for Arsenal. That's definitely going to suck. That is a very good card for Arsenal though, so we really love that. We don't want a Goliath because we could go to 3 misses, so we'll play this out. Turn off Blood Debt, hit the misses, Arsenal Blood Rush. We actually probably win this. That's pretty impressive. It's hard to lose when you find the Blood Rushes like this. Okay, well, drawing this here is a little rough. Because we don't get to craft our hand to actually always hit the beast within, and we do have to lead with a yellow. So that's not great. But we're pretty safe to probably just eat his entire turn of damage here. Just keep our hand for Blood Rush, because it will outdamage him. And he's not threatening like a mass trigger or anything, so it's just raw. And he's playing through the this rounds as well. So it can't be too scary. That should just, yeah, okay. I mean, we are going low. It's just how it's got to be. All right. We discarded that. These draws are not fantastic by any stretch of the imagination. Yeah. We miss a claw swing here, basically, by missing the blue. We miss it, we miss it. We're going to go ahead and Goliath as well. Yeah, this is really bad. Like, missing the claw swing means we don't present lethal on this. Very, very rough. We needed the claw swing. What did we discard? A Dread Screamer. Okay, so we'll turn off our own Blood Debt. Come in for 12. It's not lethal, though. Not lethal, and if he's smart, he just won't go to Reckless range. Not saying we lose. Like, we can definitely draw into, like, a strong 3-card hand. Oh, man, he goes to Reckless range. Oh my god, man, the deck wants us to win this game so badly. I don't think we can, though. I don't think there's any way we keep this. Like, probably what we keep is an Endless Maw, which, granted, is very decent, considering that we could still just survive turn cycles into drawing Reckless. That can definitely happen. If he lets us keep this hand, or keep the 3-card hand, of course it's golden. Clashes on Talishar. It's not exactly on Talishar, but you can play it. Like, you can get away with it. Also, we don't care about these blocks because he doesn't have Assault the Wound anymore. Okay, so we're going to block like this. We might be able to keep this. This is crazy. We might be able to keep this hand. I'm not convinced. Don't raise her, don't raise her. Okay, phew. Alright, I'm not convinced. It's a snatch. Alright, this is, oops, undo block. We do survive at 1. We do survive at 1. Not the worst, honestly. Not the worst. Right, because every turn cycle we survive is a chance for us to draw Reckless. And this is the best 2-card hand we could ask for. Obviously, we win the game if we could keep 3 cards, but it's just not the way of the world. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay, wow. Wow. That's huge. That is terrifying. You serious, man? It's like the 1 card right now. Oh, come on, man. It's the 1 card right now. Freaking double strike. Yeah, alright, it's probably over then. Nothing we can do if he goes 3 wide. Just nothing. Nothing, nothing. Please don't be a playable card. Alright, it is. Yep, so that will be over. Very tight, though. GG. GG's. Yeah. Damn. Very, very tight. Almost got there. Almost got there. Missing the claw swing on the Blood Rush. Little too much for the matchup. We tried, though. We tried. To be fair, Blaze Headlong plus any other attack would have done it as well because it's a breakpoint. So we basically had to hope that he just had 2 3s. Alright. Man, that's the fine matchup. High octane as hell. I guess we don't even know what the, what did he play from Arsenal? Was the Arsenal the double strike? I guess the one mistake in that sense with how tight it was putting scab skins on the searing rather than putting the scabs on the snatch to block 4 on the snatch. I don't remember exactly what else was happening with that hand state, but definitely got punished by not having the scabs block up for the snatch at the end there. I think the double strike did come from Arsenal. So if that's really what it was, then that was our bad. But for the most part, like, that's just how the matchup tends to go. You have to just draw your high damage because otherwise they out damage you. But this is a mid-range Levia. It's not trying to race. You can give it a go, but that's not what it's built for. Anyway. Yeah, snatch through double strike from Arsenal. Okay, yes. So then that was the mistake. Is there a lore segment for Dory versus Reinar? I don't think their actual versus is a lore segment, but yeah, in the classic battles, they have like a little story for each of them. Okay, so we definitely have time for like one more game, but I do want to go over the news again now that we've got some people who were not here for the beginning of the stream. But basically, news time. Don't tune out. This is important stuff. News time. First and foremost, we dropped the Clash video. Clash is a new format that myself and 8 other content creators are joining hands in for a debut event coming right after Worlds. We got DM Armada, Team Covenant, Go Again Gaming, Hometown TCG, Metrics, Fresh and Buds, Ethnic Smoke, Pitch Perfect. The 8 of them will be playing in a bracket with this new Clash format, which you can find all about in the rules here. All of it is posted on February. You can go ahead and start building your decks on February. You can go ahead and read the rule set on February. A bunch of people in the chat have already been talking about it. People seem pretty excited. I'd say it's a pretty good launch considering we've already hit over 1,000 views and this just premiered this morning off of a misclick. I didn't even mean to premiere it. I was editing the description and apparently hit go live. So that was my bad. I wasn't ready, but it has gone over well. The cool part about this event is I will be casting the games alongside LSS's own Chris Bewley. That'll be super fun. So not only will we have all of these amazing content creators joining us, I'm really happy to have Team Covenant on board because they're going to be playing Clash, I believe, on some of their live streams coming up, which is going to be really cool. But then for the event itself, Chris Bewley and myself will be casting it, and the games will be uploaded on my channel. They'll be super fun to watch. In the meantime, like I said, you can build your own Clash decks on February. You can read the rule set, everything. So that's announcement number 1. Where's the event being held? The event is a purely digital. We're going to be playing it over like webcam on Discord. I'm sorry, it is like a locked event. These people have been working on this in the background for a couple of weeks now. So they are like the closed 8. I did invite 8 people, and then we talked about making it 16. But the issue was not everyone can commit that long to playing this event. We do need to keep it like a little bit short. So it's an 8-man bracket. We'll be going through, getting everyone's, games recorded. They'll be posted. It'll be a lot of fun. Everyone will be on a different hero as well. So a lot of variety. And then second bit of news is there is a Flesh and Blood Invitational coming out. I believe it's getting formally announced on Monday. But the crazy part about this is I think this is something that's been missing in Fab for a while, which is the idea of like an invitational for content creators, for star players, whatever it is. If you look at like Hearthstone, they had like the Seat Story Invitational, they had like a Players Invitational, like whatever these things were, that just got people with these like buzzword names, right? Like Pablo Pintor, myself, I guess, together into an event, and people, root for their favorite players. And the best part about these events is there is a, what's it called? An appearance fee paid out just for being in the event. So by just being in the event, that's, giving you a bit of money cushion. That's great and all. So then for the event itself, you're just playing for your own name. You're not playing for a huge cash prize at the end. So I think it helps the event show off people's pet decks more than being like super competitive. And I'll be playing against Pablo Pintor in round 1 of this event, which is terrifying, but also very exciting. So we're recording our game Friday, and I don't know if we're the chosen feature match for them to actually post or not. This is something that Flake and Ten and Grace are both behind. So I don't know like what the deal is with how they're posting it, but regardless of whether or not they post it, I will at least record our game. And so you'll be seeing Mansant versus Pablo Pintor coming, which is just kind of awesome. Very much look forward to us playing soon. Next bit of news is the Battle Hardened in Columbus is coming up. And I have a giveaway I need to do for this where I'll be giving away... You'll probably see it in like a video coming later this week because I don't have all the details, but I'll be giving away a Speakeasy ticket, which covers the venue fee, dinner, free dinner, and then you will also have your VIP pass to purchase drinks at the venue, all through this giveaway. So I need to go ahead and make the details about that for probably a video coming Friday. But just be on the lookout because if you can make it to Columbus, this is going to be really freaking cool. And then finally, this is the biggest piece of news, honestly. More exciting than Clash and Pablo. Sorry, Pablo. I have entered an agreement with SCGCon to stream every single Battle Hardened in their circuit. Whoa. That's pretty big. That's pretty cool. Unfortunately, I was not able to get my shit together for Dallas because all my stuff is still missing. Thanks a lot, FedEx, right? That's awful. Can't do anything about it right now. But for everything beyond Dallas, I will be traveling there to set up the stream. What I think this means is I don't really get to play in events anymore, at least these Battle Hardens. I'm not entirely sure. I might like hire someone to help run the stream so I don't have to because I do love to play. But this means that you will get Mansant level coverage of premier events coming pretty soon. Just to give you a reminder of what Mansant level coverage looks like. You see this? You see what I do? What I try to bring to the streaming community here? We got face cams, we got hand cams, we got digital tracked life, we've got the overhead, we've got overlays with player breakdown, timers, ad reels. The one thing I'm also looking to add to the stream now that we've gone a bit more professional about it is like a walking camera where in between rounds I can take to the floor. Because I won't be doing casting for the event. It'll just be live mic. But to take the camera to the floor and just walk around and find players who want to chat a bit for the stream, I think that's something that just hasn't been done yet for Fab, and yet is super crucial to like pushing the feel of these events and how awesome they are and how cool people are. So I do want to integrate that into the streams as well. Issue still is I just don't own anything anymore, thanks to FedEx. So I hope that all gets solved in time for SCGCon Philadelphia, because that'll be the first SCGCon I can go to since I missed Dallas. Now, will I have my shit together by then? I don't know. If you would like to help in any fashion, you can donate live through, what is it? I think there's like there's some like donate button just built into YouTube. I don't know what it is. There's also like a live tips link at the bottom. There's also a Patreon at the bottom. If I can't get my shit together due to FedEx still just being awful with this, I will have to front the money to buy a new entire suite of gear. And the issue with that is if then they find my stuff and give it back, then I just have, 2 sets of gear at that point, and I don't know if I'll be able to return it all. I do need to kind of, work on that logistically. But anyway, that is what's coming in the pipeline for the Mansant YouTube channel, which is pretty cool. Also, what did someone say here? Oh no, is there a typo? God damn. Why do these people have to point it out? All right. I can send the new one. Where's the typo? Oh my word. There is. All right, we'll fix that later. Okay, anyway, that's the news. We can play one more game, and then I gotta get some stuff ready for my friends coming over tonight. What's the update on the FedEx situation? Well, the update on the FedEx situation is that FedEx now blames the airline. Airline now blames the airport. Airport now blames FedEx. So I have filed a claim with all 3 of them, and all 3 of them do not want to pay. And the worst part is, I don't even want their money. I just want my bag back. How hard is it? How freaking hard is it to just call up the delivery driver or whoever it was, right? Who made this disappear in the first place? Like, check this out. Check this out. FedEx. Don't make fun of me. I use Yahoo. How ridiculous is it to just call up the driver or the person in charge of this, right? There is a tracking number. There is a last scanned. How can they not just get in touch with this facility? I've tried to call the facility directly, by the way. I can't get through to a real person. How do they not just like figure it out already? There's a tracking number. Like, just get it. Just call the right person. Figure it out. Help me. Man, it is so frustrating. It's ridiculously frustrating. Anyway, I've had to go through so much claim shit. It's ridiculous. I can't believe they just don't want the help. So that's why there's potential to try to make this like a lawsuit or something. I'm not well versed in any of that. But at this point, there's also revenue loss because I just haven't been able to stream things like SEGCon Dallas. I just wasn't able to go because I just I don't have my gear. So it'd be like a lot to ask to try to whip something together and get to Dallas at this point, right? How far is that from you? I went to FedEx site once to get my package when it was lost. Unfortunately, it is pretty far. That FedEx destination is in New York City, which is like 5 hours away from where I live. The weird part is that the airport was closer to where I was. Like, the airport was here, I'm here. The airport was like a 3-hour drive. And then they shipped it with FedEx, and then the FedEx facility is the one in the city, which is like all the way over here. And now that's 5 hours away. It's like, well, how did that even happen? I have no idea. Anyway. We can play one more game. And then I'll have to wrap it. FabDB. Pull up my decks again. It's FedEx fault. Wild man. I know, dude. It is ridiculous. Yeah, the thing is, FedEx is blaming the people who shipped it. FedEx is saying that the airport didn't ship it correctly. Like, they should have been able to find it. You know, their system doesn't mess up, blah, blah, blah. It's the airport's fault. Get in touch with the airport. And the airport says, oh, well, you know, it wasn't us. Like, we just follow the directions from the airline on how to handle these situations. Talk to the airline. And then the airline says, well, no, wait a second. Like, you have the tracking number. It's FedEx's fault. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. What do I even want to play? Yeah, if they have the tracking number and scans, it's on them. Agree. 1000% agree. Don't ask me how they're so useless. How are they so useless? No idea. All right, what should we end the night on? Or the morning on? Dash? A Dash game. Okay, funny story about Dash. I'll go ahead and pull up a Dash game. Funny story about Dash is at the Pro Tour, Dash is one of the decks that I did bring. Is this like a full aggro Dash? It's like a mid-range Dash. I want full aggro Dash. We're going banana mode. Hello? There we go. Ryan. Kong. Aggro Dash. Jesus. Alright, sure. Aggro Dash. We'll keep it easy. I can't stay for that long anyway. Classic constructed game. So, funny story about Dash, actually. Oh, man. Hey, yo. Hi. Are you DC? Lobby looks bugged. Interesting. It says they disconnected. So maybe this isn't a real lobby anymore. We'll retry. Okay, funny story about Dash. Oh, I'm pretty sure this is probably awful, right? Isn't this bad? Wait, what is this list? Double pounder? Alright, I should have looked at this a bit more closely. I don't think I want to play this. Sorry. Need to change list. Yeah. We're not playing that version. What the hell was that? Do I actually have a Dash deck saved? Because I was playing one. Oh my god, I can't even tell my Dash story because I need to find this deck. No, I don't have a Dash deck I was playing. All right, this is when I prefer February. It is so much easier to find tournament decks on February. Let's see, tournament dash. Oops. Tournament dash. Singapore first. Yeah. Copy. Sure. Well, I want to play this one. Maybe someone's already started a lobby. Join. Hi. All right, actually, this matchup is what my story is about, funny enough. My story is literally about this matchup. All right, we're going to take these out. We're not trying to go full control, obviously. We don't need any of this. We don't need this. All right, we should be good. We should be good to go. All right, as soon as they launch, we'll be off to the races. Okay, story time. Story time about Dash. When I was at the Pro Tour, I was playing with Brody Spurlock, who is this fine young gentleman. If you don't know Brody, he won a battle hardened, and I think has just done like pretty well across the board. He made top 8 at Nats. This young gentleman, Brody Spurlock. I was at a test house with him in Lille, and he was playing Viserai for the Pro Tour, and he wanted practice against the Dash matchup. And I'm like, okay, well, I don't play Dash, but I can, be your punching bag on this. And so we sat down, and we played like 5 Dash games, 5 Dash Viserai games. I was on Dash, full aggro Dash, like this exact list, and he was on Viserai. And I'm pretty sure I've never played Dash before. I'd maybe played Dash like one time, like once, really. And we played the matchup 5 times, and I won every single game. And he was getting a little stressed out because, holy shit, like, how is the matchup so bad? Like, if it's so bad for Dash, like, he should just not play Dash, right? That was his, if the matchup was so bad and Dash was so hyped, he should just not play Viserai. That was like his entire perspective at that point. Oh, it's a Reaping Blade Viserai. Okay. Well, this is unfortunate. We can't get the maximum velocity off. Man, that's rough. We can still deal decent damage, though. Just set it up for next turn. Yes. What? You can do sleeves? Yeah. Patreon perk. Oh, pass. Okay, yes. So, story. So he played the game like 5 times, and he's on his Pro Tour Viserai, and I'm on Net Deck Dash, Wombat Dash. We played the matchup like 5 times. I won every single game, and he's stressing out because he's like, holy shit, if this is how the matchup goes, I shouldn't play Viserai anymore because it's going to be a hot deck, and if I can't beat this matchup, then Viserai is no longer like the deck I think it is, because he's super analytical about it. Like, he wants to play the best deck. He's going to give himself the best odd, yada, yada, yada. Very much that kind of player, and he's smart, so like it makes sense. If you play that way and you pull off the wins perfectly, then like, sure. Yes, boost. Nice, we're boosting yellows. That's not so bad. And I'm like, oh man, I don't know. Like, Dash doesn't feel that good. Like, maybe I just high rolled you, which I don't super think was true, but like just trying to give him that hope, like no, you should give it another go. Like, play some more of the matchup, whatever. So then he plays against someone else. I actually think it was Chris Ray. So Chris Ray, if you're in the chat, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure he played against you. Oh, this is hilarious. We have one floating. Oh, that is so funny. And we have Arcane Barrier. Nice. So then he plays the matchup against, I believe, Chris Ray. And he plays it like another 3 times, whatever it is. And he wins with no changes to his deck. He wins every single one of those games. And so then Brody comes back to me. Brody wins those games, to be clear, on Viserai versus Dash. He comes back to me and he's like, I don't really know what just happened, but you might be the best Dash player that no one knows about. Because you beat me every one of those games, and yet I'm crushing every other Dash we play. And I'm like, oh, I don't know, dude. It's just how it is. I guess that's just how it is. So he was very impressed. Okay. So we can actually pay for... I mean, it sucks because we're throwing 2 blues, which aren't amazing. But we can throw the maximum velocity this turn, which is all right. Sure. I mean, we'll go for it. Why not? Yeah, boost. But to be fair, like, I don't think I put any thought into those matchups anyway. Like, the deck is just play all the aggro. Just dump every single card in your deck aggressively. I don't think it's that hard. The one, like, the one tricky part you can line up about the deck is, oh man, this is great. We're going to actually eat the tunic. That's pretty funny. Yes. The one thing that lines up differently with the deck is sometimes, if you know that they're on full fatigue, you can go for true off turns. Where, alright, I'm not going to burn any boost, I'm actually just going to build up like an item, reset an arsenal, and then just pass. And that's like the one tricky thing you can do as the dash player, which I definitely did a bunch. Alright, nice. Eats his tunic. That's pretty big. Congrats on the Clash release. A shock went through the 2 armory communities I regularly visit. They were very positive. Awesome. Awesome. One thing I've learned about this matchup is we only care about his Mox Guy's turns. I had 2 Vis in the calling across both matches. Oh, no. I legitimately think with Wombat Dash, like, if you block, you're wrong. Like, there's just no reason. No reason to. You outdamage everything else. You can shrug off Mauve. Because at a certain point, you tip the scales anyway. I mean, you block with your equipment, obviously. Oh, Wesley, thanks for the L in Charlotte. Thanks for the L, like you beat him. Or L as in Wes gave you a legendary. Interesting. Enjoying some fab background noise at work. Amazing. That's what I'm here for. Now, this is a little rough. This is a heavy blue turn. Heavy blue turn. Well, the most damage we deal is just pitching the throttle back in, end with a Talishar swing. But then we're not setting in our arsenal. Oh yeah, baby. Because if we hold anything for arsenal, we're just losing. Well, no, I think it probably is better. We do want to hold one of these for arsenal. No reason not to. It's just better for if we draw into max velocity. We want it to be live. So, sure. Yep, we'll do it. Wes beat me in the Vis Dash matchup in Charlotte for context. What's up? Welcome to the league, Jesse. Brody's my local meta. I haven't cracked the code yet on beating him. Hoping I figured out the battle harden this weekend. He's just a human. I really liked hanging out with him. He's very fun. But at the end of the day, he's just a human. Everyone in this game is just a human, other than Michael Hamilton. Like that dude, the one thing to know about how Brody plays is he really will just take his time on every single line. He will sit there and he will count every single line, even if it's a bad line, for the one potential upside it might have. Like, he will just sit there and do that. So if you want like any real edge in beating Brody, just remind him that he can't take that much time. All right? Like, he can't take that much time. Oh man, the erase face is kind of nuts here. We actually drew the max velocity hand otherwise. Oof. All right, well, I mean, we have this, so we do sack a singular card. We sack a singular card to still get our turn off. I guess we sacked the blue T-bone. It is the least relevant. Can I do this combo that never happened? No, it's fine. Yeah, I actually do want to clear out the T-bone here because I'd like to arsenal the max velocity on this hand. So we'll go ahead and get this out. That's all right. What about the shotgun for Wombat? Same cost, but your damage ceiling is higher and it won't break. No, because the thing about what Talishar does for this build is on those intermittent hands, like you kind of just saw, it's just 4 damage, which is a break point. And that is just, I mean, it's relevant in its own right for doing that. The pistol commits to every turn actually being like quite the gas turn, which is just not realistic for a deck like this. Like, that turn we only went 1, 2, 3 wide with Talishar. The pistol, would the pistol do the same 4? Wait, does the pistol, what is the pistol? Base 2 plus 1? Oh, so actually it would have been the exact same. Oh, that's kind of funny. Yeah, so actually I think it's the same damage, right? I don't know. I don't know. Oh yeah, Birdie takes his time thinking. The semis in Minneapolis with him versus Fang took quite a while. Yeah, it's what he does though. So like in a top cut, like he's got the advantage, right? In a top cut, if you play like that, sure, it is smart. Uh-oh. We don't like that. We just lost, at this point, 4 reds. Not great. He's already at 11, though. And our deck is pretty healthy, and we're going to arsenal the max velocity, so I'm not hating it. I'm not hating it. Breaking the chain is also super important in this deck. Yes, that's actually true. That's super true, too, because the Tekla core is a very relevant resource. Shotgun is base 1 plus times boosted. Okay, so on that turn, for example, it would have just been a 3. Like the times we're swinging Talishar, actually you'll see it on this turn as well, it's most likely a 3-wide turn Arsenal reset is kind of the pattern of Talishar. So Talishar would have only dealt 3, or rather the shotgun would have only dealt 3, compared to the Talishar dealing 4. You only get to do it 3 times, but in reality, you don't really need your weapon more than that. Because if I'm swinging with Talishar, it's likely that I've taken the turn to set something up in Arsenal, and I have a new finisher for the turn. Which is exactly the case here. Because now, like, in my next turn cycle, I'm not going to look to play Talishar at all. Because I've got a new finisher in Arsenal. I think someone just knocked at the door. 1 second. Just, right? Yeah, I can give you his number if that helps.
I have it. You won't answer. I said, turn my power on.
Oh.
Won't answer.
That is annoying. I normally just text him. I haven't like tried to call him. So I'll give him a ring then. What number is this one? 3?
Calling him.
No, the dude's...
Weird scam.
No, I mean, the dude's real. I've met him a couple times. That is ominous. Sorry, 1 second. I need to... Jesus, cat. Jump on something, but I'll let him know with you, alright? Oh, wait. What happened? Oh, God, what happened? Oh no. I'm sorry, I didn't say anything in the chat. Oh no. My bad. I had someone at the door. Wait, did we win or did he win? Who was player 2? Were we player 2? Oh, we were player 2. Okay, so I guess he just scooped. Oh, he scooped when he... Okay, well, that's unfortunate. No, it was my upstairs neighbor. He is having an issue with the power. He wanted me to call the landlord, which, I mean, that's warranted. Let me let the landlord know. Can you let the landlord know that the power won't turn on in number 3? The guy just came and complained. Said Joe won't pick up his phone. Okay. All right, what are we at? We're actually past 4. So I am supposed to sign off now because I got a bunch of shit to do before some people come over. But that was dissatisfying, not gonna lie. Bad way to wrap it up. But I mean, you kind of already saw how that game was going. Hopefully there was like enough insight there. Anyway, so one more time for people who skipped to the end of the video. We've got Clash. Go ahead, check the new video drop for that. We've got a match at the with the Goliath Gauntlet Invitational coming out with me versus Pablo Pintor. I think that officially gets announced Monday, but just so you know, there is a invitational with a bunch of Flesh and Blood people, both content creators and great players, and my round 1 is versus Pablo. So I have my match versus him Friday. We'll see what happens there. Battle Hardened, I'll be doing a giveaway for the Battle Hardened Columbus event in a video with Vasily, probably coming out Friday, so also look for that. And then also partner with SGCon now, so I'll be streaming every single Battle Hardened starting at Philadelphia. Couldn't make Dallas. Sorry. Okay, that's going to be it for the stream then. I have to peace out. Hopefully you all enjoyed. It was kind of like a wacky day, some strange decks. But hey, we ended the stream break even 2-2. This is what happens when I don't just spam Levia. We take some losses. It's all right. But anyway, yeah. So we'll talk to you tomorrow, I guess. Peace.